Mr. President.
How are you?
Nice to meet you, sir. Again.
God bless you.
I must. Chief Priest.
Yes, sir. Your Excellency.
How are you? How are you?
Very well, sir.
Good to see you.
Chief Priest.
Chief Priest.
Yes.
One
of the biggest
I
influencers.
see you in the paper.
Yes.
How are you?
They are both your members, sir. They are
This is an APC member as well.
APC friends.
Yes, sir.
From Cross River, Dad.
I went to 15 states with you during the campaign in 2023.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
And you succeeded.
Yeah, we succeeded.
You made the presidency.
Yes, sir.
We succeeded again.
Thank you, sir.
We succeeded again.
My friend Babzi is a indigenous of Abuja as well.
Landlord.
My PA, Fidelity, has been with me and my family for over 20 years.
That's you.
Yes, sir.
Well done.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And this is DK, my creative director, stylist. He's a Ghanaian and Nigerian.
Well done. Good to meet you.
And I'm Shay. iPhone 9.
Thank you very much. Good. Hope you're well, Daddy.
I'm well.
Yes, sir.
I'm hoping. The job is not just easy. It's,
For me, I think if again, I still blame your leaders. These your so-called governors, ministers, senators are the most useless. Anyway, they're not far less than our own in the north, but I think they are the most they are maybe I will rate them more useless than our own, even though our own are also useless, but somehow our own try to sometimes they pretend as if they are fighting for the less privileged down here, but your own they don't give a fuck, and you people
These
still
people
allow
don't even,
them.
those people don't even pretend though. You see, that time those people were killed in what's it called in Edo State, right? The governor of Edo State, because of fear, had to at least go to show
Yeah,
some
but
respect.
yeah, but what?
Um,
Okay, so those
our
only
governor,
happen in few cases. It doesn't happen in all of the issues, right? But
yes, yes,
your governors, your senators, they seems like they are second class citizens. I mean, they are second class senators. They don't
and
seems to
then,
be like governors like our go. It's like me. I don't know. It's like their psyche. They feel like senators from the north are first class senators. Then them they are 50th class senators, or governors in the north are first class governors. Then them they are second class governor, because not only on this jam thing, right? Just look at the issue of this decamping to APC. How many governors did you see in the north moving to APC?
not even one.
So, and I don't understand your people. I don't know. Like I said, our governors, our senators, they are coward. They are, but they show certain level of shame somehow, a little bit. But those your own is like they are women, like they're not even men. They don't have balls to do anything. I
Can you
don't know.
imagine this type of thing happen? Not a single governor has said anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's
They
so
pretend
like
as
it's
if
so
it's not
shameful.
true.
Look at Delta State for example. I mean the recent one, the guy that was saying his commissioners has to move with him or they should resign. Like 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 a governor. Like I don't know why they are so scared of Tinubu. Tinubu is just I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know. But I still blame most of you people because you guys allow them. You guys allow them.
That's just the truth because
Like, how can you have leaders like that? How can you have governors like that? How can you have senators like that? Like, I don't get it. This,
it's
like,
actually,
this
it's
is an
actually
executive. You see this nonsense that happened in in Port Harcourt, right? Tinubu will
yeah.
not try it if there's another no governor. He will not try it. He knows he will not.
The time he tried to declare war on Niger, he saw what happened now.
He will not. And let me even tell you, before before this northerners started talking, he has already given the directive. In fact, military were already moving to Sokoto and Zamfara.
Yes, yes, yes,
There was already a signal for Air Force to be deployed. In fact, they were
yeah,
mobilizing resources to be deployed. Before this guy start talking, the guy has to withdraw because we are not running a monarchy system of governance. It's a presidential
yeah,
system of governance. Tinubu is no more better than any governor in Nigeria. In fact, if you look at our constitution, Tinubu and the Simfobara, they have the same power. Just that, yes, there are some exclusive lists that Tinubu is the commander and in charge, like things like military, police, and but still a governor, if he so desires, there's a way he can exercise his power in the state that the president cannot do anything. What? No, 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 no. You guys, I don't know. I don't know. I think I know, to be honest with you, I am not Igbo, neither I am not from the East. But I think since this Biafra war and the Nigerian government deliberately refused to reconcile, reconstruct, and rehabilitate the Igbos, or let me say the southern people, right? The southern leaders. Since then, I think your leaders always feel inferior to the northern leaders for whatever reason. I don't understand. They don't behave as leaders. And until they begin to, because you see, right now, all these shenanigans that Tinubu is doing, he's still watching the body language of northerners. He's still trying to look at most of the recent employment that he did. Most of them are in the north, trying to appease them, trying to do whatever. But look at what Buhari did. Buhari just did whoever he wants. Yeah, there were a lot of southerners and the northerners in his government, but they were not people that the Easterner wanted. At least he should show a certain ball like I am in charge. But I don't know. Me, I don't know. Anyways, all of them they are bad. But I'm happy that few of the Jambites got a better score. I'm happy for them. I even posted some few this afternoon when I saw them. I was really, really happy for them. And for the 200, I mean 20,000 students who missed the exam, I hope if your leaders can wake up and push for them, they should be given maybe 150, 100 marks free or 200 marks free, or their first exam should be remarked, or they should be given another chance, maybe and after 1 month to come and write the exam, even be compensated because it's not their fault and you cannot blame them for it. And don't forget, these are people that we are toying with their future. These are young kids that I can imagine if I fail jam how my parent would treat me. So again, I hope you guys that are always on social media, you guys will start calling out your governors, your senators, your emirs, your kings. These guys have strong, I don't know, they have strong voice. They should speak. Like I don't know. I'm
it's
just worried.
it's actually very embarrassing and insulting that these
I
guys
don't
are
know. No,
this
no,
much.
no, no, no.
I think it's
And
very, very
and
bad.
this is the reason that somebody like Tinubu will constitute a national population council and he will exclude Southeast. This is the reason that he'll give construction of dams and he'll exclude Southeast. This is the reason that he can do anything and exclude Southeast because he feels you guys have no leaders. Nobody will talk. You guys don't have balls. There's nothing you people can do. Just okay. Just look at these governors now. Borno State have over 20 local governments under Boko Haram. Yobe State has maybe 4, 5 LGDs under Boko Haram. And Northwest. Now, if I'm talking about Northwest, we are referring to Sokoto, Zamfara. No, Northwest is KKK State. Katsina, Kaduna, Kano, Jigawa, Kwara. All these states, none of them does not have at least 5 local government that's under bandit control. Yet Tinubu did not declare state of emergency in these states, but shamefully declared state of emergency in a state like River State. that there is no violence just because of political issues between a former governor and a current governor, whom the former governor is his appointee, and the current governor is an elected official. This guy removed him, removed the House of Assembly, and everybody is quiet. The governors, they are just quiet. They don't give a shit. Of course, I don't blame the Rivers people, because I can also understand with them. They don't want to destroy their state, which I reason with them from that angle, because if they burn or they protest too much and then they burn their state, the next whoever that comes back on board will still waste their resources, right? So I can understand if they don't want to do that. But what becomes of their kings, for example? Because I believe there are first class kings in Rivers. And one, not even Rivers. I think River is the oil producing state. What about the other oil producing state? Why can't they come together and say an attack on Rivers is an attack on the river producing states? Why can't they come together? Like, why can't they fight for Sinfubora? Why will this guy be suspended and he's at home? Maybe he's pleading or not pleading, whatever he's doing. That is unacceptable. Beside, what he did is against the constitution. Like, I don't know Simfubara, I don't know how he looks like in terms of, he don't even know me, he doesn't give a fuck about me. But what is right, what's wrong is wrong. Like, an elected official cannot suspend another elected official and then we are quiet. Everybody's okay. We move on with our life. No, 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 no. That is unacceptable. And all this nonsense is for him and Wike to loot the treasury of River State and use it for election 2027. That's it. Nothing more.
Nothing more. That's what
Nothing more.
is the
Nothing more. We
message
all know that nonsense. Nothing more. That's it. Nothing more.
of what I mean, Tinubu. But the thing is that the northern governors are more governors than the southern one. The southern governors are not. They are not even human beings.
No,
Look
no.
at look at
Okay. That
look
that
at
is what we see in display, but legally or in any way, they are the same. It is them that is making themselves look as if they are third class governor or fifth class governor. But a governor is a governor, bro. Even if you're a governor of two local government, you are a governor. That is it. That's what the law says. The law has never in any way said a northern governor should be prioritized or should be respected more than a southern governor. A governor is a governor.
even look at Autumn from Benue State that time, how he fought Buhari.
Remember how
I
he was
know
insulting Buhari, and actually not even insult. What he was saying was right. He was within his right to say them.
he fought Buhari, even fought to purchase firearm for his people.
Yes.
And but these idiots in down south here are just fooling themselves and all
Though,
this.
by the way, it's not only down south, though. We also have foolish and useless governors in the north. Because look at the current governor of Benue State now, that priest. No be him stop Obi to go and see his IDP. No be him allowed Fulani. I don't. Again, I'm very careful. I don't want to be calling this Fulani headsmen because again, I have no facts. But again, what is on the media is people who are in like Fulani, but they are armed. So terrorists go there, mimic his people, rape his people, burn down his society, and he's doing nothing, virtually nothing about it. Look at what's happening in Jos. The same thing. A governor has a lot of resources at the state level that he can do to protect his people. Even if the military, the police doesn't report to him, there's a way he can call them to order because you receive what they call security vote. That's a lot, large sums of money. You can buy arms. You can. Okay, I think arms is exclusive list. I think it's only federal government. But there's a way as a governor. Haba. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. And the one that get to my ball is this one of Jam. How can two or three individuals mess with the future of your kids or the kids of your citizens or the kids of your people, and then you as a governor or you as a senator, that there is nothing that will happen to you, and then you keep quiet? It's so annoying, and so it's one of the painful things that every day I remember these governors. I feel ashamed of them.
Our governors are actually very useless and worthless. I
But
was looking
again,
at
like I said, it's not that our own governors are better, oh, but at least somehow, sometimes they can speak, even though some of them are also useless. Sometimes they can speak. Abba, a governor is a
I think
governor now. Abba.
I think the northern governors are better, to be honest with you,
No, but some
because
of them are also thieves and criminals. Oh. I'm just saying that
see,
there are certain things that
see,
they can come out and talk about, at least.
if it was Nigeria to go and fight, what's it called, Cameroon, for example,
Mm,
right?
mm.
And it's down to southern senators and governors to stop it. They will not stop it. They would have declared that war by now. Nigeria and Cameroon will still be fighting. Say, if Nigeria started that war with Niger, that war would have still been on till now.
Yeah, up to
How
tomorrow.
would you know? Yes, now it will still be on till now. And by now, the type of destruction that would have faced both countries will be unimaginable.
Hmm.
But
We know. We know
you
now.
have people that are deliberate in their decisions and they stop that nonsense. Anyway, let's hear from AI. AI, good
Yeah,
morning. How are you?
greetings, Chukwudi and Ezekiel. Actually, there's an update a few minutes ago from Vanguard. So, the two sticking points right now is um the platform they're going to use. I'm seeing and something else. Hold on. So is the platform and hold on. Let me put article. Okay. So it is the platform and a format. So those are the two sticking points right now. And um bearing any setback, the official coalition will be announced like next week. So the two sticking points right now is format and platform.
See, bro, AI, you see, if anyway, I'm not in position to advise them, right? But I think let them not rush and make that announcement because I'm trying to put my heads together what happened with Buhari and Tinubu 2015. Right now the major reason why you see APC Tinubu they are all scared and confused is because Obi will say tomorrow that he's not interested in coalition. Like they are not because this is to them is game, right? They are not giving them all their moves because once APC know the moves of this coalition, they will strike. They will implant their criminals to go and distort that plan. So
Yes,
left for
actually,
me again,
it's
like I said, I'm not. Me for us in the north. I know. I of course I go into school, but I'm not very intelligent. I'm just using my common sense. So for me, yeah, they can have their underground conversation. They can until they finalize. If it is a new party, until they register it with the INEC, they have everything with them before they will announce it, which is supposed to
yes,
be 2026.
yes. Actually, that's why it's not being announced now because if it's announced, then you are officially an opposition. So you're going to be like you're going to get from all angles because now you are officially an opposition party. Yeah.
And
So
APC will do everything within their means to cripple that opposition party or to cause confusion that opposition party. Because APC is scared. Bro, yesterday we had different meeting, the northern youths. If you see the way people are banting against this APC, you will not believe it. If you see how guys are now, guys have started mobilizing people for Peter Obi, village to village, word to word in the north. So APC, they are getting this information and they are rattled and they are confused. They know that if there's going to be free and fair election, they will not win. And the tsunami coming from this side, people are going to vote and they're going to protect their vote with their lives because already they are dying and they don't give a fuck because already they are dying. So, and APC knows this because all before now, what they have been thinking is Obi will come and be preaching this his my brother, politics of love. But the question is, hey guy, we that we are on ground, we are not going to preach politics of love because the love has not helped us. We know this guy win this thing last election. Did the love give it to him? No. I understand that is his own way of life. That's fine, no problem. I respect that. But for us, come sun, come shine, come water. we, the only thing the APC can do is for them to buy military. And even if they buy military, how many will the military kill? We will also kill the military. Not be all dying are dying now. No, not send. Besides, we are already dying. So there's no big deal about it. All dying are dying. At least it's better we die. Our children, our younger ones can have a better life than we and them we will die because of either insecurity or hunger or unemployment or other economic wars. But again, he still have 2 years. Tinubu can still reset his government. He can do it if he want to do it. Because all these billions of naira that he's looting and sharing with his Lagos boys, he can still do something with it. He can still do something that will make people change their mind towards him. But as it is right now, bro, forget. Forget. Maybe I don't know. I don't know the magic that Obi is going to use to make people do the same election of last year. As it is right now, brother, forget. We are going to go out with our everything. I know anybody that stand on our way, we go clear am. We will not send all these politics of my brother, love. Let's meet in the court. No, now for that poly union, we go finish the politics. And we go follow them to the world. We go follow them to the local government coalition. We go follow them to the regional. We go follow them to the state. Anybody that fuck up, we go fuck him up. All na die. All die na die. If he bring money, we go collect the money, but we go see choose who we want. We not send. Because besides it's even our money self. So what is the big deal there? But this politics coming, forget. It's going to be life or death. We go draw am. Guys are angry. So all these one and like I said, these their plan that they are delaying is the best. Because if they say today they are going on ADC or APP, Tinubu will do everything within his means to buy off the officials. And because that guy believes with money he can get anything. And of course, I also understand a lot of people, they don't have discipline. They can sell out anything for money as far as they are concerned. Because where's Muhammad Yakub now? Where's my brother? Do you hear from him after the election? No. Perhaps maybe he's in one UK or America or Germany, wherever he is. Maybe the money that was given to him, he can live his life 100 years without even suffering. So some people, they can do anything. But this next election, forget about it. Anybody preaching for you peace, love, this one. Now only Obi fit do that one at his own level. But his supporters on the ground. Everybody, I don't care. Do me, I do you. Bring cutlass, we kill ourselves with the cutlass. You arm police and soldier to kill. How many will they kill? Beside here, almost everybody know how to shoot gun. Not be to collect the gun from you, shoot you, and then life continue. But again, if they are smart, like I said, 2 years is more than enough for a president who is strategic to make an impact. In these 2 years, Tinubu can do so many things that people, he can be able to win many other people's heart and they can vote for him and he can win the election. But the pattern he has taken, which he has clearly shown that he is not interested in anything governance. Only what he wants is whether you like him or you don't like him, he has to be your president, and there's nothing you can do. That's what he's trying to show now. All that meeting that they had in Kaduna where he gathered governors, all those governors, they have a one vote. We respect that one, and it's their choice. No wahala. All those senators, they have a one vote. It's their choice. We respect them. No wahala. Those reps member is their choice. They can. The emirs, if he was able to buy them, they have one too. The pastors or the imam, they also have one vote. And if you add all these guys, they're not up to 2% of the population. So what are we talking about? And I can tell you, in that room that they had that meeting in Kaduna, 80% of them, they cannot go to their constituency or go to their locality and start to preach APC. They cannot. They cannot. So let's wait and see. But I'm happy with this coalition, and I hope the supporters of the respective persons will continue to do their mobilization at the grassroots, and and this is the reason I was saying some of the obedient or some of the diehard of Peter Obi before, that when they are saying, oh, they are seeing, even you Chukudi, you Alpha, I've been telling you this, you keep telling me, oh, you're seeing that Buhari want to front the ticket, blah 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 blah. I told you, calm down, wait until you hear from him. From all indication now, Buhari is stepping down for Peter Obi. From what I'm seeing, I may be wrong though. It may be also his own strategy. But I can tell you, if this coalition will stand, Atiku knows that he does not have the popularity of Peter Obi. He knows these are politicians. All what they want is to win. So he himself, it doesn't make sense for him to come up with a coalition that he will be the one fronting the ticket when he know he cannot win. That's the issue. So there is no point of the coalition in the first place.
Good morning.
And Bonisa,
Can I ask you a few questions, my brother?
please ask.
Okay, please. This is I need us to set priorities. So, um, please, these are sincere questions I'm asking you, and I'll also please expect you to give me very sincere answers, not political ones. Um, Why do you want Tinubu out of the office after 4 years?
What do I want Tinubu after?
No, why do you think Tinubu needs to leave office after his 4 years is completed? Did you hear me, TJ? Am I audible?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can't hear Tizi again.
Okay, so I will keep my question until he comes back. Somebody else can go because I really need to. I really need us to set priorities in this room
Grand.
so that we don't just speak from both sides of the mouth. That's what I needed us to do. But I don't know when TZ comes back. Let me know. AI, good morning. I greet you. How far
Hi,
now?
have fun now, bro. What's up? So, what's the opinion on the latest on the Jumbotron? This was pretty much about like 10 minutes ago. So, the sticking point right now is a platform and a format. That's pretty much sticking point right now. To me, I feel like a new party like would be better. So, like,
Of course, it's definitely going to be a new party. From my own understanding, yesterday Wike made a long-winded post. You know, detailing the crisis in the PDP, and I see that PDP as it stands today is actually seriously going through a lot. I saw Saraki in Enugu, speaking about the same crisis. My own understanding is that Wike is not letting this PDP form any coalition or be the coalition party because you see, you have to decide how this coalition is going to be. Hmm? There's what they call a cooperation, right? Meaning both parties, both candidates, or both people reach an agreement. This is who they are going to. You understand? And then both parties from their own party decide what they want to do. Either they want to stay independent or want to work together. But that will not be, in my understanding, what they are going for. Or there will be what they call a proper coalition like the APC did, whereby parties are collapsed and those parties cease to exist. You understand? So, for instance, now, okay, if you look at the coalition in 2013 between most of these parties, the ANPP was largely collapsed into what is called the APC today. The ACN was largely collapsed into what is called the APC today. I know there are some other parties too that joined the coalition, but they didn't really collapse their structure completely. Rather, what they focused on was the people who broke away from the party and they used their own structure, their own following to join the APC. So, for instance, we are speaking about the APGA, people like the Rochas Okorocha faction of APGA. And then you talk about the NPDP, faction as well that broke away from PDP, like the Atiku, the Saraki, I say that's all this, what's his name, Amechi faction, and all these people. These parties will not exist anymore if a coalition is built. Okay, so as it stands today, I don't personally believe that the PDP wants to cease to exist because if Atiku says he's going into a coalition with the PDP, which PDP is he going to go into the coalition with? Is it the the one that Wike is battling over with him, or is there another faction of PDP that he may take? But the question is, will the name PDP still be retained? Because when you say a coalition, that means a serious coalition will have to collapse the parties. Now, if you look at the Labour Party, I don't think the Labour Party that we know today is interested in forming any coalition with all the, Labour Party historically, just like the Sakempela said yesterday, is an SPV party. It is a money making party. They only keep their party tickets open for people who are defecting from other parties to run on their platform and then move on. So I don't think such a business venture party is willing to give up its business venture and its name for a coalition for P2B. Because these people will play long game. They ask you, okay, what if the coalition does not succeed? What becomes of the Labour Party? You can't go back and register that party anymore. You understand? Hey, maybe if you want to register a new party, it has to be in a different name because the original party has been collapsed. So I feel like as it stands today, what we are looking at is likely factions from different parties, you understand, coming together to form a complete new party. And that's exactly what it's going to be. I don't see anything like a platform. Um, most of these smaller parties that people keep talking about, sorry, are so well established, and some of them are even so well connected to the center. For instance, the SDP, that I don't feel like they will make a viable party for anybody who wants to run on a coalition, because I personally believe that the SDP is a very much compromised party, has link to Tinubu. In case you guys do not know, the SDP they are talking about is the same SDP from the 90s. You understand? The one that what's his name? Abiola. You understand? Ran on. That is the SDP we are talking about here. So this SDP is not a new party. It is a party that has its, roots deep in Nigerian politics. So a lot of people have run on that platform. If I'm not mistaken, I think who else? I think I can't remember exactly the name of the guy again, but he ran also on that party too, under that party too. So a lot of politicians have run on that SDP. So it's not just a new party. The ADC, I feel like the ADC, I don't know much about them, but I think they always come off as an unserious party. But anyway, like I said, yeah, I think it's just to form a new party. But I think Tisha is back. Tisha, so I needed to ask you a question, my brother.
Okay,
Are
I'm
you
back.
there?
I think I'm audible now, right?
Okay, yeah, you're audible. Thank you. So this is just simple conversation I want to have with you.
Mm.
Why do you think that Tinubu needs to go once his 4 years are over?
Okay.
In your own
So in
understanding.
our own understanding, one, the insecurity here in where we are is getting worse, and he's not paying attention to it, and he seems not ready to deal with it. That's number one. Number two, in terms of inflation, is very very glary. Like this one is looking at things like common things that usually a medium person or a middle class individual can afford. Now it's becoming inaccessible or unaffordable. Things like school is becoming something else, hospital is like all these basic things that ideally if you earn like 100k 50k you should be able to have at least the barest minimum, is becoming unaffordable by larger population, and I'm referring to we here, like specifically here from the north. Thirdly, he's actually dividing Nigeria more, like using his propaganda, using, of course, already there's this issue of this Muslim ticket, and now we're seeing him hiring people like Reno that deliberately they're trying to cause war between northerners and southerners, Igbo and others. A lot of all these things that you don't expect for a federal government to be doing, because the least that you expect for a federal government, if he really wants Nigeria to be one, is to at least make sure that the unity is enhanced by one or two of his policies or by his program. But we are seeing that is clearly not being done. Fourthly, there's a lot of looting and corruption, and he has clearly make it very clear that he's not interested in fighting corruption in his first media chat. That was what he said himself. It's not me. And we have seen there is no program that Tinubu have ruled out that 80% did not go into corruption. The student loan is there. The money that he He is giving state governors is clearly there. Then the issue of the fuel subsidy, food inflation, like these are things that ordinarily, if he cannot improve them, he just leave them where like Buhari did. Of course, Buhari did not do anything special, but at least he was able to maintain where he meet them, even though there are things that deteriorated under him, but at least people survived. But as it is right now, all these things is getting worse. And then fifthly, we are seeing him trying to do what he did in Lagos to Nigeria, like put Nigeria in his pocket. And then, of course, we have seen that he has captured the National Assembly, both the lower chamber and the upper chamber. And then we have seen clearly that the judiciary also are dancing to their tune, him and his minister. So what we are seeing is
Okay,
total state
okay,
capture.
fine. Okay, thank you very much, Cisse. I like the answer you gave me. If you permit me, please, let me just make my quick submission to this answer you gave me. Okay, I'm happy that you gave me this. You read out this the list of these things that you think disqualifies Tinubu from continuing being a president in this country. And trust me, I agree with you 101%. Right now, there's a problem here. So basically, you mentioned purely governance-based issues. Okay,
Yeah.
so failure in governance, things like corruption, nepotism, dividing the country. These are very valid reasons. Okay, now let's look at it this way. Sorry, Tisha, if you can mute your mic. So let's now look at the people who are telling us that whoever leads the coalition, they will join the coalition and fight to take power away from Tinubu. Oftentimes, those people are leaning towards a possible Atiku-led coalition. That's his own right? But if you look at the things critically, all these things you just said, hmm, the likelihood of these things continuing under an Atiku is still 100%. And I'll explain to you why. Okay? The reason I'm saying this is this. I want to understand what the reason for a coalition is. Is this coalition purely to remove the APC from power because we are tired of the APC? We don't want to see them anymore. The party, disgusts us. Let them get away from Nigerian politics. I can understand people who are being blunt and telling me the real truth that this is a power grab coalition to kick APC out of Nigerian politics or to reduce their influence in Nigerian politics. What I cannot understand is somebody who is telling me that the reason why he is joining a coalition that is possibly, I'm speaking from the perspective of a coalition that will be led by an Atiku, is because all these things that Tinubu is not doing well, and Atiku is coming to correct it. I don't buy that. I am not convinced. And I'll tell you this. First of all, there is nothing pointing that Atiku will be a great administrator. He has never been one. There is nothing pointing that Atiku will push down inflation numbers, push down unemployment numbers. You understand? Improve our foreign exchange rates. There is nothing telling me today that Atiku can do those things because he doesn't have any track record of governance. Atiku was a VP. Okay? There is nothing I can measure him with. There's no threshold. Secondly, on the issue of corruption, one of the people who is about to join that coalition said in 2022, go and investigate me. If you find one instance of a corruption case against me, I will stop campaigning because I have deceived Nigerians. Another person has been on record accused of embezzling money appropriated for electricity in this country. Multiple corruption allegations. All you need to do is to go and read the book of the man he worked together with, which is Obasanjo. Now, when it comes to division of the country, one of the people who is about to join this coalition, or who's possibly going to join the coalition, said, do not vote for me because I am from the south or the north or the east or the west. Do not vote for me because I am Igbo. or Yoruba or Hausa, please vote for me because I'm a capable Nigerian who understands what we are going through as a people and is here genuinely, to fix it. And that man went ahead to make his campaign, to carry out his entire campaign without ever throwing any snide remark at any region, at any religion, at any individual. The other person said, only a northerner understands a northerner. So please vote for me. So I asked this question because every single thing we are just said here is the reason we should remove Tinubu. Atiku is likely going to be culpable, and also, how will I put it again? Which English I will use now. So Atiku is also possible to be culpable of such, actions. Okay, because I want to know if this is just to remove APC. If the goal is to remove APC and then we continue from where we stop, which is corruption continues, inability to rule the country continues, people, finding themselves, infusing themselves in all areas of government, all the corridors of power, stealing and looting us, all in the name of, oh, it is our party in power. I am sorry, I'm not interested in that. I'm speaking for me, Grant. I have zero time and energy for such nonsense. I will keep saying it. It is either Nigerians come to a point, a crossroad where they tell themselves, we actually want this country to work, or we don't want this country to work, and we continue to play our sentimental politics. Right? What I'm not going to do is to go on another ride of corruption, nepotism again. So when we are saying let us remove Tinubu, we need to understand if those we are going to replace him with are not also guilty of the same thing that Tinubu is being accused of. And I can say categorically, Atiku is also guilty of the same thing. There are records out there. That is why people like me insist that it is going to be Obi. If Peter Obi tomorrow says he's no longer running, I will go home and sit and wait for the next Nigerian, regardless of where that person comes from, who has the track record I look out for in a politician. That is me. I'm not going to speak for other Nigerians. I am not interested in this cycle all over again. It has been years of wasted potential. We keep getting poorer by the day. We keep getting poorer by the day. But we have been exchanging parties in this country. We moved from a PDP government and then 16 years, and then we moved to the APC. Funny enough, the people who are coming back now today to tell me that they are going to save me as I'm drowning in this country, we are members of that PDP party that ruled this country for 16 years. Some of them were even members of the coalition party of the APC at the very onset. So all of a sudden they realized that things have gone awry in this country and they are out to save me. I am sorry. I think I'm too old to be, to be played like what do you call it? Like a fiddler, right? I am too old for that. Maybe there are some people who have some tolerance for threshold for those people. I don't. Because if 16 years, all those people who are coming today to tell me that, oh, they are the best things since sliced bread, they were in power for 16 years and left this country the way it is, nothing is working in this country. Nigeria is in perpetual darkness. Perpetual darkness. You guys don't know how bad it is. If they could not give me light in 16 years and say, okay, this is their legacy for me in this country. If they could not give me a stable economy, and then they went ahead to join the APC came and wasted another 10 years of my life. I am not willing to play that game again. Me, I'm saying this, so hey, make everybody know. Because you see all this, Obi is free to join coalition. I don't, it's not my business, you understand? It is his right. That's his right. He can decide to do what he wants to do. He's a politician. I understand. He can decide to reach whatever compromise he wants to reach. That is his problem. I don't care. But me, knowing what I know, I am not going for any presidential candidate that I can clearly see has no interest in fixing this country. the country is long overdue for proper, real leadership. This buck passing from one party to another party. So, what happens when the coalition comes and steals power from the APC? APC will go back and form another coalition and steal power from that same coalition, and the cycle continues. Where are Nigerians in all of this? Where are Nigerians in all of this? Stuck in the middle of a power play. It is funny that all of a sudden, people are beginning. See, I'll say this. Let me not be rambling here for too long because I know people want to speak. Eh? I have said this before. I go talk at me again. Any coalition for me that does not produce a Peter Obi as the flag bearer is a waste of my energy and my time. I will not even pay mind to such a coalition. This is not because Peter Obi is Igbo or from Southeast or this. No. It is because as Nigeria stands today, Peter Obi is the sincerest politician that I can look up to and say, I can actually hold this man accountable on every single action he takes if he becomes a president. He is the sincerest that I can see. I am not willing to gamble my future, the future of my children, with career politicians, desperate politicians, people who are looking for power. You can go ahead, everybody can go ahead and support their candidate. I don't have a problem with that. But I'll end with this. Hear me? My alarm went off. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah, let me round up with this. Thank you, TJ. So I'll end with this. I will say it again. You might say, you see, somebody, you are cutting somebody with a knife. The person is screaming and telling you, you are cutting me with this knife. It is hurting. I am bleeding. I am dying. Please stop. You continue to cut the person and tell the person, I beg, keep quiet, Joe. You know, this cutting is for your own good. It will make you feel good when I finish cutting you. The person is telling you, I am in pains. Please stop. You continue. That is what is happening today. I see people who have been moving around from one place to another place, from one space to another space, from one comment section to another comment section, trying to tell the supporters of Peter Obi that this coalition, a coalition that is led by Atiku, is good for them and good for Nigeria. They refuse to listen to the people that support Peter Obi. These people are coming to tell you that they are not here to play. People think that they are here to play. They are telling you that they are no longer interested in the cycle of incompetence that exists in this country. They are looking for a different Nigeria. They said a new Nigeria is possible. They did not tell you a change of power is possible. They did not tell you chasing away of APC is possible. They said a new Nigeria. Their motive is different. But people refuse to listen to them. When they speak, they are sidelined. When they speak, they are shouted down, like the space that was held yesterday by Anita and Green. Anybody that has a contrary opinion said, "Oh, I am not comfortable with what these guys are doing," they are told, "Oh, go and sit down. We have already decided we have made up our mind." You people will get to learn, and I'm saying this boldly. You will get to learn when the elections of 2027 come. You will get to realize that what drove people, a critical mass of people, to follow Peter Obi in 2023 was not because they were looking to change the APC. It was not because they were looking to put somebody else there but the APC. There was something that drove them. They want a new Nigeria. They want a politician that is incorruptible. To save this country as it stands today, we need a man like Peter Obi. That is just the simple truth. To even start making any headway in this country, we need a man like that. But if people like, let them continue to ignore them. Ignore them. Call their opinion useless. Tell them they don't understand politics. You will get to learn in 2027. When you come out and you will not see that number anymore. Nobody is coming out to vote for people like Atiku. He may get his vote in traditional basis, but you see, I can give you this categorically. You see the south, southeast. Forget it. If you don't know the sentiment again in the south, that it is the turn of the south, if we should go, you see, the problem is that some of you are not on ground. I go to Nigeria all the time. Go and listen to any average person speaking in South. They will tell you that they are not interested in an article. Article should come back after 4 years. If people think that because they form a coalition with Peter Obi, Everybody will now, foolishly, like sheep, run behind Peter and say, okay, my principal has decided. Okay, let me just. People are mistaken. People are seriously and grossly mistaken. That will not be the case. We are not tethered to Peter Obi. We are not tethered to Peter Obi. Peter Obi can only command as much as his influence reaches. I am telling you this. There will be people that will vote for Peter Obi, of course, because there are people who naturally, follow him regardless of where he goes. But you see this idea that the critical mass of people that came out to support that man, campaign for him, do the legwork for him, donate for to his campaign, do everything, the awareness and everything, that they are going to come out in 2027 and carry a placard with Atiku's head being superimposed and Peter Obi's head being put on the somewhere at the corner, and they will be saying vote for new Nigeria. You think those will do it? I think we are not understanding what is going on in this country. But it's all good. Let us continue to deceive us. And also, I find it even very condescending that Peter Obi will run as a president, and then the next election cycle, he is reduced to a vice president. I don't know how that looks or sounds to anybody, but for me, it actually sounds very funny. You understand that he ran as a president. Next election cycle, his picture, his photo, is placed somewhere in the corner of a poster with Atiku superimposed over it. I'm sorry, Atiku is not the leader I want. Atiku does not evoke any enthusiasm. Atiku can give us, they can agree to give us Peter Obi. Why the iron is hot, let us strike and give us a northern VP that is powerful and strong in his own way, or endorsed by an Atiku. Then that would be a very proper, agreement to reach. After 4 years, let P2B sit out and let Atiku go. You understand? But you see this thing to come and impose Atiku and think that we will foolishly follow him. People don't know the reason why we supported P2B in the first place. But maybe by 2027, everybody I will clear, because apparently Nigerians are not tired of suffering. Thank you very much.
AI, are you there? I will choose a one response. AI, which is
Yes.
it?
I mean, this has moved beyond P2B or nothing, or Atiku or nothing. In politics, nobody is too big to
But
capitalize.
I still don't understand how you believe Atiku will win election in Nigeria.
Hold on,
I,
let me
under,
finish.
I understand you don't live in Nigeria, right?
Hold on, let me finish.
But the idea that Atiku will
I
win
beg, let him finish.
is
Well,
actually,
some people
is
need to get to
actually
work. I beg.
It's
Let's make
actually,
it fast.
I mean, it's actually not, it's not, I mean, to be honest with you, I take people's opinion. That's why I do this. That's why I have my position. I wouldn't want to have a candidate that will be easily beaten by votes. That's just the thing. So continue.
Yeah. Um, like nobody knows like who's gonna win. Um, is it's not a guarantee that Peter is gonna win, or Tick is gonna win, or anyone's gonna win. It's a 50-50 thing. It's 50-50. Like nobody knows, it's a gamble.
It's not 50-50 with Atiku. It's like 20-80. Like Atiku has 20% chance of winning Tinubu. The South here, Atiku stands no chance of defeating Tinubu at all. At all. Not even in one, not one South state will Atiku win. Then if you go to North, for
Wait,
Atiku to
let the guy
actually
speak
win,
now. He hasn't even spoken at all.
for Atiku
I
to
beg,
actually win,
let him speak.
he needs to get like 90% of the votes. But yeah, I can continue. I'm just telling you the reality of things. I mean, the people
Let
supporting
him speak. Then
Atiku.
you can counter when he's done. I beg. So we need to get to work now, bro. It's Monday morning.
Yes. Yeah. Like I said, look at the politics in America. Like we know the last president in 2016 he deputized Obama, and then he became president in 2020. Like this is the first time you ever hear me comparing like Nigeria politics with like America. But I just wanted to like have people like put it like in the back of their mind. He deputized Obama, and then he himself became president after that. So like nobody's too big to deputize anybody.
USA is not Nigeria.
I
Please, let's
know,
not just make this kind
true.
of comparison
I
because
know,
USA is not
but
Nigeria. You know. We are not the same type of country. They don't play ethnic politics and religious politics. Yes, to a certain degree, but it's not Nigeria. Let's be realistic now.
So yeah, so somebody said that I mean it could be anybody um when the coalition is financial when the coalition is announced, it could be P2B as president, it could be Atiku as president, it could be anybody. So like I feel like if you have the mindset that, oh, like it's gonna be like this particular candidate, then it wouldn't work. Like that's not the idea of a coalition. Like it wouldn't work. Like it just wouldn't work. Like not even like waste their time forming a coalition because it won't work. You know, it would it wouldn't work. Yes, we will probably like prefer that P2B, you know, like becomes president. Yeah, probably, but there may be a chance that he doesn't become president. He may be VP, or he may not win at all. Like you know, so we just have to keep like an open mind. You know, yeah, that's all. Like just. I mean, it's up to those that form the coalition to pick a candidate, and then we'll see like what happens, you know.
I don't think it's up to those who form the coalition because me personally I have interest, and if they will not listen to me, I'm a voter, right? And so many people also voting. For me, I will tell them the truth.
Yeah, Alfonso, sorry, just let me say this quickly. It is something that AI said, yeah. And this is the problem. They don't understand. People like AI don't understand. He said, when the AI says, AI said that the coalition is already done. They have already moved way beyond that stage of Obi or Atiku or something. I find it funny that you people think that after the deliberations, after the agreement, that it's not Nigerians that will vote them into power. Are they going to vote themselves into power? I don't understand it. Are they still counting on Nigerian people's votes, or are they counting on their own votes that they are going to import from somewhere to use the votes to get themselves into power? It is still the same Nigerians that will still vote them. And the opinions of the Nigerians will count. That is the simple truth. Their opinion will count. When you
I
finish
don't
cooking
understand
whatever
this
you are
thing
cooking in
that
coalition,
they believe
Nigerians will
that
have to decide if they
they,
want
they,
that thing or
they
not.
can just make any decision they want, and we should just follow them. I don't really know what
I don't understand
I
it. Like
don't
we're just
understand
sheep
this
or
thing.
something.
But anyway, we'll see.
Whatever they decide, we must agree to it. So do people actually think that because people are here saying that P2B has an organic movement, do they understand what an organic movement is? Organic movement means that if that movement notices that things are no longer aligning with its interest, they will move. That is what is called organic. It is not forced. You understand? There is no incentive keeping them there. It is organic. Do people actually believe
Alfonso,
that?
can I give my submission,
Wait,
please?
so I see they talk now. Make I
You
finish what they
interrupted
talk now.
somebody. It wasn't your turn
I
now,
did.
bro.
I interrupted
This is work, I
the
beg.
host. I interrupted the host. Don't make this place rowdy, please. I
You
interrupted
interrupted
the
the
host.
AI, I beg.
I
You can't
interrupted the
do that.
host, and the host did not at any point in time complain. AI had finished speaking. Alfonso was speaking, and I interrupted him. Please, I don't want to say I don't want to do this thing this morning. I don't say you won't come say your snake oil here, but I don't get energy. I beg. I use God beg you. Calm down. Make I finish how they talk. I beg. So Alfonso, I find it very laughable that people are removed from this equation every single time. The ordinary electorate, ordinary Nigerians are removed from the equation. You hear things like, whatever they decide, you don't have a say in the agreements. You are not going to tell them how to run their own thing. They are politicians, they know. When they finish their whatever their deliberation, are they not going to meet Nigerians? They will meet us now. And this is what we are telling you. We Nigerians, we ordinary Nigerians, the ones who are going to be on ground, the ones who are going to mobilize, the ones who are going to donate, the ones who are going to evangelize, we are telling you this is what we want. You are telling us this is not what we are going to get. It is fine. Let us experiment. 2027, God willing, is not too far. Put Atiku as the leader of that ticket, as the flag bearer. Just make una experiment. Put Atiku. I want to see something. Maybe this country needs to learn more lessons because apparently we have learned nothing in this country. Just put Atiku as the leader of that ticket. Let us watch how the campaign is going to go in 2027. Thank you very much.
Atosin, you
Eh,
can.
Thank you, Grandmaster, for coming
Um,
here.
thank you. Can I respond to Grandmaster before you can, please,
Oh,
if it's
my
possible?
God. Okay, make I don't stop. I
I'm
beg, I
sorry.
went out. I beg.
Okay, enter. Maybe finish. Because most of the questions are directed to me. That was why I said let me respond. Okay, you finish.
You can engage him. Let me just. I came to just address my brother, Grandmaster. So, Grandmaster started his speech with the town of the South. The South. Which part of the South? That's the question. The town of which part of the South? Because I don't think you realize that. Be like to make you when you dey talk, make you dey look your back, who dey your back to see you. This South where they talk, Southwest no dey your back, they follow you, they talk this South though. Because a typical APC supporter in the Southwest will vote a Northerner over anybody from the East and the South. Any day, anytime. Any day, anytime. They'll rather vote a Northerner than vote a Southeasterner. A typical Tinubu supporter, APC supporter. So I don't, when you say the South, I'm wondering if they're part of your South calculation. No? Because they did it to Jonathan. So if they can do it to Jonathan, you think it's you, they can't do it to. So you think the roles were reversed. If the West Southwest had to partner with the North to remove a Southeasterner, they'll think about one of the South. They play. Don't worry, you go know. You go find out for field. So back because 2027, you go see where to go happen for Lagos. You go know what South means. If there's really a South. So back to what we were saying. I think people should also relax with this decision of, it's good, coming here to say your pick for the coalition, your favorite, and who you like to lead the coalition. But I think when you start saying, without this person, nothing will happen, all that, honestly, I don't think any of you in this room are in position to even say anything. Because things are happening on ground. You see the event that happened yesterday, no flyer, no noise, no nothing. Everybody just popped up. That means people are communicating. Even Sarah Ibrahim did not come online to say, tomorrow on Sunday, we are doing nothing, blah, blah, blah. Nothing, no noise. And people were still on opening space, 24-hour space, talking about how Obi is not doing coalition, Obi is going to do it in LP. Next thing, Obi is in the North, talking to. He was very comfortable yesterday where he was. So you know that something is really happening. And see the people that are there. Amechi also has interest. Obi has interest. Atiku has interest. All of you are talking about Atiku and Obi's interest. All about Amechi's interest. All about other people in the coalition. So coming here to come and start fighting, I think it's too early. It's good you say your opinion because all these guys, like Sarah Ibrahim now, she's there. She'll talk to Obi. There's no way she'll not tell Obi that. I'm for Twitter, now waiting Grandmaster and Alphonso, they push with this. So maybe Obi will now say, that my loyal boy, Grandmaster, let me not do coalition because of him. I will hurt Grandmaster's feelings. He will not come back from Germany to vote for me. Maybe Obi will think that way and not do the coalition. But they are listening to everything you say, so it's fine, it's good, you can do that. But at the same time, I feel like it's too early. Because if you see what happened yesterday, I was very happy with what happened yesterday. Atiku was there, Obi was there. You know that these guys have mutual respect for each other. You like you thought Atiku from today to tomorrow. Obi has never said a bad word about Atiku. Not once. Not once. So he has respect for the man. So I don't care, honestly, because I know that either ways, if both of them should lose the election, they are retired from politics. Tinubu will retire both of them. If they lose the election, Tinubu will do to 2031. It will go back to the North for 8 years. And I don't see APC giving Atiku in the North. Once it goes back to the North, APC can win the election. There's nothing to bargain with in the North with them. They can win the election there. They have power and everything. So if Obi and Atiku should lose 2027, both of them are done. Because at the end of the day, they have to wait for 12 years. At 12 years to Obi's age, he already even said it in his Sunday brunch talk. Obi said it with his own mouth that he cannot do politics at 7. He will not be campaigning and doing all these things at 75. He said it with his own mouth that my age now, by election, I'll be 65. He basically said that, if this one does not go well, I don't come on my hand for this matter. And that's the truth for Atiku too. If you have 12 years to Atiku's age, Baba for now, they almost enter 90 now. I'll be waiting go. I don't know where Atiku be now, self. Maybe almost 90. So let us, two of them, this election is do or die for them, for their political career. If the both of them should miss out, both of them are retired. And unfortunately, because the APC, they are planning on going to the northeast with Ribadu. So at the end of the day, the northeast will still see something. My question now is, what is the pathway for the southeast? What is the pathway? Because the notice will just wait 4 years, the body will collect it. That's why Rufai left, because they want to give it to notice. So if he even goes to the notice in the APC, what do you want to use to campaign against them? Except to bring somebody from the northwest so that they have their northern fight. Except from that, nothing. Obi will retire, Rufai, Atiku will retire. Everybody will go back to their life. No more obedient. Everybody go back to their shoot their short room and go back to their normal Twitter space room, R15 room, and continue our life there. That's just the reality. That's conversation should be happening. So coming here to fight Atiku supporters, grandmaster in the morning, you are fighting. No Atiku guy, just relax. Let these guys negotiate. Let them come together. This is both of them. This is their last chance, basically. Let me just tell you the truth for the both of them. This is their last chance for the both of them. So you are not feeling the heat more than the both of them. And yesterday now, they had their event, very nice. Obi spoke, everybody was happy. If you go to IO space, you see Kwankwaso guys there saying that they want Kwankwaso to even join the coalition because they see that something is happening. Instead of L5, Kwankwaso guys are already even saying, like, why can't we use Kwankwaso? Because Kwankwaso will not see anything in APC except for ministerial position. They cannot give him VP. They will not give him VP against Shetima, and they want to go to Northeast. So they're not going to give Kwankwaso. So himself, he knows. Kwankwaso too, this is retirement time for him if he's not careful. So everybody that next to this is alliance of almost retired politicians. That's what I look at it. Like if they don't win this election, Tinubu will retire all of them. So coming here to fight each other, I don't understand. I never seen this kind of thing before. I never saw CPC and ACN fighting. Even though they had issues and between themselves and they didn't like some certain things about each other, they kept it on the low. Let us just try to dig this thing out. Let's try to dig this thing out. Let's just remove this. Let's remove this guy first. When they removed him first, CPC did their thing. ACN boys were quiet. Now ACN boys are doing their thing. CPC boys are vexing. That's politics. You can't always win. If Obi should enter today now, Obi and his guys will do their thing. Atiku's faction might not be happy. But Atiku should enter. That's how politics is. So let us just relax. Let these political gladiators, let them play their game. Let Obi and Atiku negotiate. Let them go for events more. Let them be. See, yesterday now, they wanted to distract the gist. Wike started talking rubbish about him and Makinde. Who cares about Wike and Makinde and APC? All that are distraction because of the traction that video had yesterday. Do you understand? So, I beg, when we come here in the morning, it's not time to be fighting the person you want. How can you say you want to partner with somebody, but you start attacking the person? It doesn't work that way now. So I beg, let us relax, I beg. And if your opinion was so important, Obi won't have been there. So let us have to be realistic. Our opinion is not that important. They have to do what they have to do. They have to do what they have to do. So thank you, I beg. Coming here to fight among ourselves is not worth it. Let them negotiate. If Obi should take VP or he should come candidate, you cannot please everybody. Some people will be happy, some people will be sad. The question is, after that, what's next? Are we still going to work together? Because Atiku boys can also say the same thing. And say, if they don't give Atiku, we won't vote. Obi will lose, Atiku will lose. Both of them will retire. And everybody will move on. That's the truth, though. So, I don't talk my own. Because MK was popular. Awolowo was popular. They never became president of Nigeria. Nothing will happen. Everybody will move on. They only talk about your stories 50 years later, that you had a strong movement and you're a popular man. So anything can happen. Let us all be smart. This is not a gra thing. It's all about negotiations. Thank you.
Anyway, even the ones that became president, nothing is special about them. They are not that popular, like Shagari and the rest. Anyway, but this is it. When you ask pathway to Southeast, right, I think it's even worse with having Atiku presidency. Because the pathway to Southeastern presidency may be totally deleted if you have an Atiku presidency, because what it means is that power rotation is no longer there. Many of you are not seeing it in that manner, right? If it's okay for anybody to contest from any region, any time.
Do you know that, funny enough, I actually see a quicker pathway to Southeastern presidency for people who are in the APC than this thing that they are saying today, claim that is a coalition. Tosin just told you here that Obi said that if this particular cycle does not go well, he's going to retire, right? He doesn't want to do politics past 70 years. So what it means is that instead of Tosin to come and say, okay, this one time that we have somebody like Obi running, let us give him our full support. Tosin still wants to tell you that Atiku is the best option. So maybe that is actually a deliberate attempt to retire
Grandmaster,
P2B for good.
please don't do
Maybe
that.
that is actually what the entire thing.
I never
So
campaigned for
Alfonso, sorry, Tosin, just a moment, please. No
no,
vex.
no, 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 no. I have to interrupt you when you say something like that.
Wait, now make I
I
finish.
never campaigned
When
for
I
Atiku
you
here.
can
What I said is let
I
them
know.
negotiate.
Tosin, wait now. You don't have to
I'm
say
a
it
Obi
explicitly
supporter.
now.
Wait, no, 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 stop. I don't want you
Tosin,
to
wait.
say what I
Tosin,
said.
wait. Tosin, wait. Sorry,
I'm
just a moment.
supporting
When I'm
Obi.
done now, you will
I don't want you
report.
to come here
Calm
and start
down.
attacking
You are
our
not
partner.
going
You can't
anywhere
attack
now,
your business
Tosin.
partner, bro.
Calm down, Biko. Calm down, Biko. We don't need to explicitly say things for me to understand. I can actually implicitly understand what you're saying. Okay. Um, I actually think that the APC guys, the APC Southeastern politicians, actually as it stands today, are looking more likely to be the ones to actually pull that thing out, pull that thing off, right? Because what am I even listening to here, Seth? What am I listening to? So I should sacrifice, I should sacrifice Nigeria on the altar of politics of Atiku. This is what they are expecting me to do. You are telling us that we should not speak about it. We should just simply. I have told you, when you finish deliberating, you come and meet the electorate. That is just the simple fact of it all.
Grandmaster, you are making the same mistake
You will
again.
come and meet the electorate.
You are
They are going
making
to
the same
decide your
mistake
fate.
again. You can't force coalition. Let them negotiate and pick who they will like.
Me, I
If
am
they will
telling
pick
you my stance.
Fidelity
I
at this
am not
point, I
forcing
will vote for
anybody.
Aki if they
Tosin,
pick Fidelity.
Tosin, allow me to finish, I
But you
beg.
can't just come here
And
and
at
say
no
this is
point,
what you
see,
want in
Tosin,
the coalition.
Tosin, please allow me to talk now. Which kind of be this now? You are talking, I
I don't
kept
get
quiet
it. You're
now.
repeating the same
Even,
mistake
even,
over and
even though
over
what you are
again.
saying, even though what you are saying did not sound good to me, I still kept my, composure, and I kept my mouth muted. Tosin, I am giving you my opinion. I am not forcing anybody. Please, for all I care, P2B is free to go and become a chief of staff to an Atiku. Okay, he is free to go and be a chief of staff to an Atiku. That is his own problem. But as long as me here, I am concerned, I am telling you that it is Obi that I am out for. The moment I look around and I see say Obi no day for tickets, please count me off your nonsense Nigeria politics. I'm not interested. You think I'll come and start doing all this nonsense you guys do here every morning? Come and deliberate it on nonsense, on corrupt politicians. I don't have any energy for that. The only reason why I'm still speaking here is because I still believe that Obi stands the chance of winning an election in this country, and we can actually start fixing this country. Otherwise, I go back to what I
So
used to do. I
if
go
the
back to my regular my
if the
see
Northerners
for
say the same
between
thing, how
2015.
would you
Just
win
wait,
election?
just wait, just
If
wait.
they say they don't get Atiku, they are not going to vote. How would you win election?
Tosin
Oga,
wait
calm
now.
down. Ah,
Tosin wait.
wahala too
Between
much. Oga, now you they cause
Tosin
problem
wait.
for
Tosin
this
wait now. Tosin
podcast
wait.
space.
Tosin wait. I go cause that
Don't they
wahala. Oh.
trigger what
I
you
go
are
cause that
saying right
wahala.
now is
If my
triggering to the
opinion,
Northerners.
Tosin allow me talk now. What's happen now? If my opinion, I go be waiting go trigger people, make it trigger people. See, between 2015 and 2021, my brother, nothing concerned me in Nigeria politics, and my life was beautiful. I was going to the gym. I was building up muscle mass. I was looking good. The
It be
ladies
like
were
say you go
knocking on
back
my
to your
door every
gym because you
weekend.
don't tire for your matter. Go
Okay,
back to your
wait
gym.
now. Make I finish now,
Make we
Tosin.
rest.
Tosin, wait, make
Go
I
back, I
finish.
beg.
Tosin, wait now. Jesus. If I'm done, you can get. They like all this thing when I talk about over and ourselves. I know they too like it. They give me headache, I beg. And my life was good. Ladies were knocking on my door every weekend. I was cruising from state to state, country to country. I didn't even know Nigeria existed. I shut myself off. I didn't even know anything like Nigeria Twitter existed because I felt like this is what they deserve. If people who claim they are rational and logical people, they are smart individuals, can gather themselves and vote a former military dictator, not just a former military dictator who destroyed their own second republic and said that this is their savior. I will leave it to your foolery. Go ahead and do your nonsense. At the end of the day, in Igbo, we say, "I watch us and go mine." When you are done, we have to check what the outcome is. I did not die. The only reason why I even looked towards Nigeria again, me personally, I speak for myself, is because I saw someone like Peter Obi there. That was when I decided, okay, maybe Nigeria actually stands a chance. Maybe this will actually want to, change this country for good. If tomorrow that same Peter Obi decide that, okay, I want to reduce myself to this kind of a person, it is his prerogative. Let him go ahead and do it. But I will not be bothered. I don't care. I will simply face my life like I did between 2015 and 2021. I'll go back to doing the things I love. Because I don't even think there's anything we are even gaining from all this nonsense, discussions that we keep having every single morning, deliberating on things that may never come to pass. Bothering ourselves why the people who are looting this country dry continue to loot this country dry. Traveling abroad, buying Ferraris and doing all kinds of things. There is nothing I'm gaining from all this nonsense. So I think actually it would be good if people like me, actually, if I remove myself from all this nonsense, because I say, make I go face my life. Just like my guy hustling, they laugh now. Hustling, facing life. Even not concerned with obedience. You enjoying life. Make me to go enjoy my life. Please, Obi can do whatever he wants to do. I am telling you my position on things. I want to Obi presidency because Obi is the best person that can actually start fixing this country as the way things are today. I don't have any confidence in Atiku. I don't have any confidence in Atiku. And my goal is Nigeria. Nigeria needs to start fixing itself. If somebody like Atiku is what you guys are going to field, you can do your politics. I just won't be part of it. I'll move on with my life. It means that the leaders I'm looking for are not available in Nigeria. And I'll go and wait. Maybe in my lifetime, I may still find that kind of a leader. And I'll follow that person again. If that person never comes, I'll die in peace, knowing that I did not bother myself with Nigerian politics anymore. That is the point you're making. Don't come and tell us that they can just deliberate. We are telling you now that this is our goal. This is what we want as Nigerians. We want to start fixing this country. And you're telling us that whatever they decide, they will tell us whatever they decide. My brother, people can do whatever you want to do. If it be like he should go and be the houseboy for Atiku, let him be sweeping his compound. That is his business. One thing I will guarantee him is that me and those around me, he will never get our votes. That is just the simple fact of it. If I know CP to be as a leader or a flag bearer of any coalition party, I say it boldly. I know they make I make no apologies for this. All this when I make una deliberate, when I see they discuss them, that is your own problem. Me, I'm telling you what your outcome should be. If your outcome no be Peter will be leading that ticket, my brother, go ahead with your coalition. I am not interested. And I want to believe there are millions of other Nigerians who will not be interested in one shape or form. Many of them have been reaching out to me the DM. Many people have been reaching out to me in DM telling me, Omo, this thing where they do, Omo, we don't even get interest. Omo, we don't get interest for this nonsense. We are not even interested in all this nonsense. So you guys go and do what you. At the end of the day, you gotta find your vote yourself. Go and find your vote yourselves and win
Grandmaster,
that
I have a
election
question for
on
you,
your
Grandmaster.
own. Thank you very much.
Yeah, what?
Grandmaster,
Yeah,
let me just ask Grandmaster one question, please, Alfonso. So I understand that you're an obedient and you're saying this. Okay. So you want to do coalition with, let's say, the Northeast, right? Because that's where Atiku is coming from. I don't say another person. So if Atiku supporters come here and say the same, repeat exactly what you just said now. If it's not Atiku, I'm not going to vote, blah, blah, blah. Then how does the coalition work?
That is
Just
their
answer that question.
problem. I don't remember any obedience asking Atiku people for coalition. I
So are
think
they,
I don't
so
remember them asking them for
basically
any
what you're saying
coalition.
is that you don't mind if the coalition doesn't work.
I don't give a damn if it doesn't work. I want P2P
Okay, I see
on
where you're
my
coming from
ticket.
now.
That is just it.
I see
Even
where
if
you're coming from
P2P
now.
goes at it and gets only 300,000 votes, I will be sure that I voted
Grandmaster,
my
let me tell you how
conscience
to
and I
summarize
voted
what
the
you are
man I
saying.
believe in.
Just say, I want to be to retire from politics. Simple. Because if
You
it
know,
doesn't
you
have
don't talk and
coalition,
say
it doesn't.
nice. Let me talk now. So, Tosin wants to retire from politics. Yeah, I mean, you're not God anyway. Thank you. So, anyway, your permutation may not always be right. All of us could be wrong. Some of us could be right.
Not me, it's Grandmaster that wants to retire or be from
Oh,
politics.
no,
Not me.
Tosin wants to. I
Grandmaster.
mean,
I have a question. I have a question.
you keep saying this. Yeah, you ask your question again. Let me say what I wanted to say. Right. I mean, I think what the Matiku people are doing is very mischievous. If they are interested in running for this office, I hope they are not. But what they are doing is very mischievous. First things first, if they jettison the North and South stuff, right, what it means is very simple. Like Atiku told us last year or 2022, that where the president comes does not matter. So let me tell you what will happen. After 8 years of Atiku is not doing 4 years. And let's stop fooling ourselves. In a case he wins, but I know he will not win. A northerner in the opposition party will win uh, will win the next election. That is what will happen. He's not handing over to any southeast. All these boboing that people are doing, people should stop it. A northerner from northwest will pick the ticket of opposition party and will easily win that election because he will always find the partnership with southwest. So that will be 16 years of northern leadership, right? And that is the trap. And the thing is this: these people believe that somehow, um, Southeast will not vote APC. So, and they want to be out of the way so that we have no option. And again, that will not work. So again, there is South. There are three regions in the South, right? Two regions are predominantly opposition to APC. One region is predominantly pro APC. I think it is right for the opposition, when it's the turn of the South, to also give their tickets to the region where they are popular. That is what APC did. They brought their ticket to the part of the South where they were most popular. And I think the opposition should also take their ticket to the part of the South where they are most popular. And if you look by numbers, either by representative or by anything, even by persons, South is the place where the opposition is the most popular if they want to play that type of politics. Personally, I do not really care about those things, but if you want to do it by that, that is the right thing to do. The place where APC is least likely to get votes in the South is Southeast. So give them the ticket if you're actually serious about anything opposition. But if you continue to play with our head, oh, let us just wait, let them do their things and bring anybody they want. Oh, you don't make any decision and want me to follow you, no problem. By the time you finish, we'll estimate, we'll check it. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, so Tise wanted to respond to Grandmaster. Chooks, I don't know who you wanted to ask question. I don't know.
It's Tosin. It's Tosin.
Okay, Antosin
Is he still on his? It
probably.
looks like he has dropped.
I'm not seeing him again, but he probably will come back.
Uh, okay. Grandmaster, carry on now, because it's not.
Yeah.
Since it's
No,
not
Chooks,
in.
he's actually in the space. I think Tosin is in the listener section.
Um,
Because
Yeah.
he seems to be pushing this. Obi should deputize narrative, and I'm just want to ask, why can't Atiku be the VP? What's wrong with Atiku being VP? What's the bad thing that will happen if Atiku becomes VP?
Can Atiku be VP twice?
I don't think Atiku can be a VP because he has already been in that
Exactly.
position. So he can only be a presidential candidate.
I have no problem with Atiku Abubakar, but I have problem with. I think presidential job is the only job you get when you are 81. There's no other job you apply for in a country like Nigeria. That guy will be. I mean, I'm taking care of old people enough, so I know that even as today, the guy is not fit enough to even handle that office. But somehow they are packaging him. But anyway, I don't really know how I'm going to convince young people that a certain 81-year-old is the one that is going to save their future. Anyway, but Atiku has played his role. He played the role some time ago in stopping.
Wait, did you say Atiku is 81?
By 2027, he'll be 81. He's 7.
He should be older than that now. Really? 81? I doubt. Atiku doesn't look 81. Are you sure he's 81? Or I've been at football age with that?
That is the age.
Alfonso, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So far, what have you seen that shows that Atiku is going to lead the coalition? Or has anyone in the coalition said it's Atiku? Because I don't understand this attack on our I look at it like a business, on our business partners. We have not yet gotten the contracts. We are still lobbying to get a contract. We came together to drop a proposal, and we're fighting about sharing the money or sharing the profits. It doesn't make sense. The coalition has not said what direction they are going to. Me, I want to be. I mean, I even think honestly. I tell
Tosin,
you, wait,
Tosin,
can I, Grandmaster, you're interrupting me now.
we
You,
listen
you
to
not the
PDP, we
skill.
listen to PDP handlers on this app, so we actually already know what the whole this thing
But
is about.
wait, okay. So the same way PDP headliners can say they listen to you and they know where the coalition is going. You are speaking like Ima.
They are the ones looking
You
for
and Ima are
coalition.
saying the
I don't
same thing.
remember we asking them for coalition now. They
Bro,
are the ones
please,
looking for a coalition, so
please,
we are
please,
just telling
calm
them the
down.
terms.
What do you mean by I don't remember we asking for coalition? Is
I
Obi
don't
not in the
remember the
north?
obedience telling them that they needed a
Oh my
coalition with the
God.
PDP guys.
Okay, let me just speak. Let me just speak, please. I don't, please, Grandmaster, you confuse me. I don't understand. Obi is really working for a coalition. You are here saying the obedient. Who are you to say the obedient?
Because we are the
Who?
voters. Now we go
Who?
vote.
Yeah,
We are the
yeah, no more
electorate.
votes, bro.
Now we go vote him now. Nobody we go vote to be. Nobody we vote to be the last
Oga,
time.
if you no vote Obi,
Aren't we the ones that voted him the last time?
60% of your family members go still vote for him. So please, he needs to walk inroads into the north where he didn't win before. So him coming to fight for your vote. Please, if you don't want to vote for Obi, don't vote or stay in Germany or vote for APC. Anything. Doesn't really matter at this point. But don't try to stop him from getting in way into the north. So I don't
Nobody
understand
is
where this
stopping you. We are
constant,
telling you that we need him on the ticket.
this
It's not
this
about we
constant
just taking
attack.
power from the APC. We need to
Please,
start getting Nigeria working. That is what it is
okay,
about.
yes. We need to get Nigeria. Everybody will tell you they want Nigeria to work. Who will come and say they don't want Nigeria to work? Everybody will tell you, the Buhari not tell you that. The Buhari not go to. Please, I beg. You have to. I think we need to learn a little bit of politics from APC. How did they do that CPC ACN coalition? This infighting,
So
I
it's
don't
only the
understand.
obedient that need to learn politics, not the PDP guys who jump from one space and other,
Let me
condescending on
let me
P2B,
hold
telling us
on,
that
hold
the
on,
coalition is about Atiku. The
hold
coalition
on,
is all about
hold on.
Atiku.
Listen,
So they are not
listen,
the ones that need to learn
listen.
diplomacy, right?
Let me tell you
They
something,
are the ones,
Grandmaster.
they don't need to learn diplomacy. Did you go to the
Grandmaster,
PDP space that was hosted there about 2 days ago to listen to what they are
yes,
saying? They are literally telling
Grandmaster.
you that the coalition is all about Atiku, that
Who is
no other
saying that?
person matters.
Which PDP members are saying that?
People like, what's the name of this guy waiting for Canada? Where always there
Don
for your
Santos.
space? Dos Santos. Yes, he
But
was there saying that,
let me counter you
what are you
quickly.
saying?
Don
And we
Santos
are
is
all agreeing
pushing.
with him, including Honorable Rinwan, Emeka
Don Santos.
Ume, all of them were there piling on
You are
P2B.
wrong again, Grandmaster. Because anyone that knows Dos Santos knows his stand. Dos Santos is against Atiku and he wants
No,
Jonathan. So
I
I don't
think it's
understand this
Odegu.
propaganda lamba you are
I
coming to
think
drop
it's
here.
Odegu that
Please.
is the one that is most pro.
You see, it's not even Dos Santos.
But
That's why I said, who are the people that you are really
okay,
fighting?
Tosin, let me tell you.
Let Chukudima, let me ask my
Let me
question.
answer.
I came to ask you a
Let
question.
me answer.
No, let me ask you a question
Okay,
first, so you can answer everything. My question is, Chukudima, you are the one that I know that is always opening spaces for people to come and fight your partners, your wife, basically in this marriage. You are the one who no other space is for fighting. It doesn't open article fighting space. Only you. So I want to know what is your agenda. You are fighting who know they fight you. So every morning you open space to fight who you want to partner with. As Atiku come to say is the one, as anybody in the coalition said that it's going to be Atiku, I'm not even sure it is Obi. But instead of you to even know the direction, if that they made announcement now, you can campaign and say, Obi, we don't want this, pull out.
so
And they'll
okay,
know
you
that
are waiting for me to
that's what it is.
wait, Tosin. Okay, let me answer. You're waiting for me to lose before see. This is the politics I learned from APC while I was in
My
APC.
God.
Wait, calm down, calm down. Let me answer you. This is the politics I also learned from APC. So you have to learn, eh? Buhari, right, allowed everybody, right, to pick their governorship candidates, right? All the governors, he didn't interfere. His sole aim, in fact, he even traveled when APC was about to do primaries, and they were waiting for him to come back. His sole aim was that the way they allowed him to pick the APC national chairman, Adamu, against Tanko Al-Makura, that Tinubu was supporting, right? Because Tanko Al-Makura wanted to make it direct primary so that APC will use, what's it called, the Kano State and Lagos State, because Ganduje was supporting Tinubu, and he will use Lagos State population to get the highest number of people that voted, right? So Buhari scuttled it by endorsing Adamu, and Adamu somehow was actively working against Tinubu. Buhari pretended to be neutral, but Buhari wanted to pick a consensus candidate and ask everybody to vote for him. That was what Buhari wanted to do. He didn't want the primaries to hold, right? Tinubu went on telling Kashin Shettima, you could see that particular video you watched on TV when Kashin Shettima ended up by saying that Oshibanjo should be selling popcorn. Well, if you listen to the video in full, you will see how Kashin Shettima insisted that their presidential candidate must come from Southwest, and it must be Tinubu and no other person. And he said even if Buhari has another candidate, that he should do the primaries and let his own candidate go and to the field. He reeled out the numbers and said why Tinubu is the only candidate who they can. And that was why they asked him, how about Yemi Oshibanjo? He said the guy should be selling popcorn that the guy is a decent guy. He doesn't want to talk about his personality. Just go back and watch the video. He made it clear that nothing will make them accept anybody that is not Tinubu. That was Senator Kashin Shetima. That was not only him. Tinubu himself went to Ogun State and said, I am ready to fight dirty because this is my turn. And that is what I'm telling these people now. If Obi is not ready to fight dirty, all of us we are ready for it. Because you cannot just ride. I mean, I just told you, there are 1,000 reasons why the ticket should not even the ticket should not even be negotiated. That is the whole truth. There are 1,000,000 reasons. For example, if you say, okay, I just gave you an example. There is nothing that shows that Atiku
You
believes
don't
in
want a
power
coalition to
rotation.
be negotiated. Are you serious?
No. That's the truth. That's the truth. There's no
How can the
negotiation there.
coalition not be negotiated now, brother? What are you saying now?
No, other things can be negotiated, but you see that presidential ticket, it's not negotiable. I mean, that is just the truth. That is just the truth. The Southern
Man,
presidency thing is
you
not
and
negotiable.
Grandmaster go leave this obedience for us. So. Now they stress us.
Alfonso, can you
Now
hear
they
me?
stress
Want to be
us.
sure.
Make I finish now. I just need 30 seconds to finish. I watch. If you watch football, I think I watch Messi and Ronaldo all the time. At their peak, especially Messi, there was no important match where you go and keep your best players in bench. Nobody does that. All the statistics, everything on ground proves that Obi is the most popular candidate, right? There is no reason why anybody is going to negotiation or into anything and thinking let us leave it open. So let us do primaries. If Rotimi Amechi emerges the presidential candidate, someone that as of today he may not even be able to win his Ikwere local government where he's from. Even he may not even be able to win the Rivers East senatorial district if he contests for Senate. We should keep open mind. If Bukola Saraki, who has failed several times trying to even get to Senate in Kwara State, whose back has decimated, if he emerges the coalition, let us work for him. What is this? And to answer your question directly, right, about why do I feel it's Atiku, I see him making all the moves. And when I see him making all the moves, he's rallying people to be at the structure and at the helm of the affairs. And the whole thing is about him. If he's not doing it for any other person, right, then in any contest, he's edging it. And I will not
So you
even,
want
I don't want
Atiku to
anybody
support
to.
Obi, but you don't want him to rally his base to support Obi.
Oh,
But what is Atiku doing
wait,
that
wait,
is a
wait,
problem
wait.
now?
The
Is it
thing is
his
this.
interest that's
The
your
thing is
problem?
this.
He doesn't want him to
No,
come out
no,
and say, I support Obi and go back to Dubai and go and sleep. Is that what you want?
that is no. I want, yeah. The thing that is what that is
Now,
that
wow.
that yeah. That is what I'm telling you. He should also know that he should rally his base to support Obi. That's just what I need.
Is he
But it's
now
not
that
actually
he will start rallying his base to support Obi? Is he now? Talk
but
politics, bro.
no. You are not. You are not. You are pretending you are not seeing this thing, but I know you are seeing it. But what you are trying to make us know what you're trying to make us do is to tell us that the VP slot is also good enough. That is what. But I'm
So
telling you
you
here.
want Atiku to come now and say support Obi, everybody. Then you should start going up and down, tell everybody to support Obi now, around
If
2 years
he does,
before election,
if
before
he does
primary,
it, there's nothing bad
before
about
party.
it. If he does it, there's nothing bad about it. If he starts early to rally his supporters, all these animosities will end. They will get used to him earlier enough, right? If he starts now to tell his people that this is the person they want, like Obasanjo has been trying to do, although Obasanjo did not build enough political capital in Southwest, that is what actually affected him. If he starts on time now to rally his people to support Obi, there's nothing bad about it. Instead of rallying the people for his own ambition, they want me to pretend that I don't know what he's doing, that I should wait for him. Tinubu did not pretend that I didn't know Buhari was not supporting him. That was why he went and said, this guy failed several times, and I helped his career.
Okay, let me ask you a
And
question,
even tried the
The
so
coalition between
you know what?
CPC and ACN, did you know who was going to be? Did they not do primaries? Why
Yeah,
did they not just give it to Buhari?
I knew before time.
Why
It
did they
was
not
very
give it to
obvious.
Buhari? Why did they do primaries? Why did they bring Atiku? Why did they deceive
Wait,
Atiku?
wait, wait, wait. They, they,
Oga,
they
understand the
did the
game.
primary.
You have to understand the game of
No,
coalition.
no,
You
no.
cannot just
That
announce.
is the game I have understood
Other people that
now at
have
the same.
interest would leave your coalition if you come out front and just say this is who we're giving it to. That's not the way it works.
No,
You have to
wait, calm
let
down,
them stay in the
calm down.
coalition. If you come now, Atiku should say it's given to him.
That is the
Every
same
other
game
interest
Atiku
will
is
leave the
trying to play
coalition.
on us. Wait, that is the same game Atiku is trying to play on us,
Ah,
so
my
that
God.
people like Obi who has interest
Tosin,
will stay put, so that by the
Tosin,
time you finish, they will have no option. And that is why I'm telling Obi on time
Tosin,
to read the room.
can you hear
I dey
me?
hear you, Tukuno,
Wait,
so I don't tire for these guys. Oh.
Okay, no problem. At the same time, in short, you're actually speaking my mind, but no problem. Let them just keep on speaking their own mind, but no problem. You're saying the right thing, but no problem.
the thing is this,
Now,
if
Grandmaster
I
be our
think,
opposition for this election. Grandmaster. Only
wait,
Grandmaster in our opposition.
Tosin, if Atiku knew that that primaries was screwed for Buhari, would he have gone into it? Tosin, let me ask you. If you knew that that primary was arranged for Buhari, would you have gone
He
into
will have
it?
left the PDP.
Say you have seen
Eh,
the real
but
thing, right?
that's the question. That's
Now,
the game.
now,
Let
now,
me see.
now, now, what did Atiku benefit from that coalition?
My brother, that coalition was
No,
ACN.
no, 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 no.
Chukudima.
Answer me now. What did Atiku benefit from that coalition?
Nothing because he was stupid. How would you go to a
Uh-huh.
coalition between Atiku and
So
Obi and expect to win
this
primary
is
ticket against the both of them? Doesn't make sense.
this
How
this
can you
is
go
the
for a
whole thing.
coalition between ACN, Tinubu, and Buhari? I expect Atiku to win. Tinubu did not run, so
No,
obviously he was going to be
no,
Buhari.
no. Atiku had the capacity to win it, but
I beg
Tinubu.
you, how now? Against somebody that had
Wait,
9
calm
million
down,
votes.
calm
Atiku
down.
could have not won that primaries. There's no way he would
As
have
in,
won
so
it. I just want to
this
what
guy knows how to be politics, safe.
Wait, calm down. I had the capacity. 1 second, let me finish so that Tuesday will go. We'll start doing one after the other. I think we had the capacity to win that primaries, but Tinubu made it impossible for him, right? Tinubu did everything to make it
are you
impossible
talking
for
about the 2015 one? The 2015 primaries leading up to
him.
2015. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the 2015, he had the capacity to win the primaries.
But Kwakwanso even came second now. Atiku was fourth or fifth or something. So how did
No,
he have the
And
capacity to
Chukudima
win?
was
don't
second.
tire me. This guy don't.
Calm down. Stop misinformation. Atiku was second. Kwankwasa was third. Okorocha was fourth. Isaiah. I watched the primaries before they started counting it. I listened. I memorized Buhari's speech that time, as bad as it was. So you don't even go there. Atiku was not third. He was second. But Buhari was won overwhelmingly. Tinubu played a lot of games to favor Atiku. I mean, to favor Buhari in that game. If he had left it fair, just the two of them go, negotiate, do your this thing. Whoever convinces me. I mean, if you even look at it, Atiku had better ties with Tinubu than Buhari. It's not that Buhari arranged it. Tinubu, for political expediency, arranged it for Buhari. And one thing is there, if Atiku had won the primaries, Buhari would have left the party. And he would have run solo like he does. And he would have gotten millions of votes. That was the sacrifice they were willing to make. It's as simple as that. So finally on this, for me, I think what is there is very simple. It's unfortunate that we saw what other people have, how people were screwed, how Atiku was screwed in that primary. And we want to watch will be being screwed in this same one because we don't want the coalition to fail. Me personally, I'm more interested in Obi than even in the coalition. I'm more interested in working for him to be the president than seeing the coalition. So if the coalition will not work, that is what we pave way for him to contest and be on ballot. I am in for it. So instead of them to do the coalition, screw him out, have another person, go on and win the election, I will not support that. That is actually mischievous. There's no reason to bring him into the party to rubbish him. And again, finally, I think that is also attack on my own Southeast region because somehow they presume that Southeast will never vote APC, right? And what they have resolved to do now is, okay, make we just let us give them no option because that was what PDP did in the last election. They believe we will never have another option. And any attempt to do that will be rejected. So these people should know it on time that if they are not fronting our own, the most popular candidate, they are going to lose the election. If they are not doing that, thank you. Tize, you can respond to Grandmaster. Me, I won't speak much again for a very long time. I want to go into something. Thank you. Tize, if you are there, I don't know. Tize, I can't hear you. I can't hear anybody. What's happening?
Alpha, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
Are you there?
You mean something is wrong with Tize's network? Yeah, you can. I think Adedeji is the next to go.
Yeah, sorry, before it goes, just a quick correction. Again, check it again. Kwakwaso came second, Atiku came third in that primaries. That is what I wanted to clarify. Thank you.
Atiku scored 500 and coming. I will check. Don't worry.
Yeah, check it again. Yeah, check it again. But Atiku came third, Kwakwaso was second. Ndazaya was, no, Okorocha was fourth. Ndazaya was, I think, fifth or something. But yeah.
Yeah, Ndazaya got I think he got small vote. Whether single digit or something like that, or was it? Anyway, yeah, don't sorry if I'm wrong, no problem. I'll confirm. Tize, what is happening now? Anyway, Adedeji, you can go.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
How
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you can go on.
Yeah, thank you for this,
Uh,
for hosting this space actually.
Whenever you free, you can come and co-host.
Grant, how are you, my brother? Grant,
Hey, I did a Jaffa. Good morning. I greet you. How
I
far?
did. How you heard?
I did, man. Just the Star Wars self.
Yeah, that is well. Yeah, I think we've met on, I think twice on different spaces about this whole coalition thing of a thing. Yeah. So my question has always remained: what is the purpose of this coalition? Is it for bettering the life of Nigerians or just for grabbing power? Then, if it's for grabbing power from APC, then the next question is, what brought us here in the first place? What brought
I
us
think
to this point in the
Alifo,
first
am I
place?
audible now?
yes, you are. Okay.
Please let me make my submission. This DJ, can you give me just one because my network is so bad. I don't know. I don't want to fall that
Okay,
trap
okay,
again.
okay. You
Yeah.
can go here.
Why
Yes.
not
So
get
please.
that for
Yeah.
advanced
Yeah.
center?
So first of all, I know Grandmaster asked so many questions towards me, but first of all, let me start by this. I think we're in a rush because from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there were a lot of meetings that were taking place down here across board in terms of just mobilization for now. And even from those who are close to Atiku, I like from those I've heard from them, except they lied. But from what they have told us, Atiku have not said that he is running. And I think based on the information that they shared, is that the intention is first of all for them to be able to galvanize enough supporters from each geopolitical zone, and then they will meet the leaders, which Atiku is representing Northeast, Peter Obi is representing Southeast, Arisho Bolani, that Oyo guy, Abi Oshun guy is representing Southwest, Rotimi Amici is it South? Like again, they
Wait,
have
TJ, wait.
leaders.
Say, Arek Beshala, they joined the coalition too.
No, he is part of the leaders that they are trying to galvanize
Ah, okay.
people to come into the coalition. But in terms of whether Atiku is going to fly the ticket or Obi, that has not even been discussed at this moment. What they are trying to do is, first of all, to reach out to as many stakeholders as possible in each of these geopolitical zones. If these stakeholders are on board, then they're going to discuss if they are to form a new party or to fly on the existing parties. But it's going to be pure politics in the sense that they will look at a current candidate that can win election
So it's not about who galvanize people. No, it's about who can win. And so many factors is tilting towards Peter Obi, but his name has not been mentioned. Like they did not say they're going to give him, but the conversation is around first, let's mobilize people, mobilize resources, and then they will sit down in the kitchen room and agree who should run, who will be the vice, and then is it going to be zoned to the southeast or to the southwest or to the north? But majority of those who are part of this coalition, most of them are of the opinion that the presidential candidate should be coming from southeast specifically. Majorly, of course, it's also because of politics, so that they make sure that the votes there are divided. And then whoever they are supporting, they will now make sure that all the vote from the north is going to support that individual. So for me, it is going to be political suicide if we come here and start attacking Atiku. We are not being fair to Atiku. Um, you can have your opinion that why is Atiku galvanizing people, but that is also being a stakeholder. That's also being an elder statesman. He must not run, but that does not mean that he cannot run. So, for individuals who feel that, oh, Atiku is this, is that, I think doing that, are just being dishonest to Atiku. Whether he is whatever you have in your head, that is your own perception about Atiku. But as far as this coalition is concerned, nobody has mentioned his name, at least from the reliable sources, that he's going to be the flag bearer. I want to caution most of us because, like, some people have now fallen into the trap of APC. APC, they are very, very strategic in their propaganda. I know an APC supporter who have made designs of Atiku and Obi as president and vice and has spread these things across board. In fact, they form some, you see them moving from one group to the other, trying to cause disunity and fight or conflict amongst these different supporters of Peter Obi, Atiku, El Rufai, and the other the other key members in this coalition. In fact, there were reports that there are some people that Tinubu has even already started pumping money to them to be part of this coalition. And these key leaders have identified those individuals and they have made it very clear to them that yes, they know what they are here for, but they can be part of the coalition, but they will not get anywhere. So I think most of these things of, oh, Peter Obi has to be this or that, it is just the handout of APC. Try to just put it out there to cause confusion. Because I can understand people like Alufo and Grandmaster already, they are already taking this thing so far in terms of this. The truth is, whatever intention you have as an individual now that you feel need to be taken care of as part of this coalition, kindly reach out to the representative from your zone. Reach out to Peter Obi, since most of you, these two people are from Southeast. Reach out to Peter Obi, give him those input, and then when he go into the room to decide, he can protect your interest. But telling us here, there's nothing we can do about it. And of course, at the end of the day, what you're going to get is you're going to just make the other people angry, and they may or may not begin to hold some grudges about you. But I don't think it is necessary for now because there has not been substantial announcement from either
Easy,
of these
easy,
parties.
easy, easy,
Anything you see online is just
easy,
from individuals.
easy,
Obi,
easy.
yes,
Are you free? You are free right now, Abi?
yes, I'm free.
Okay, okay. Just that you continue because I want to go do something. Like
Yeah.
I'll be listening, but I'm not that in the
Okay.
space.
So please, me, what I want to urge you guys, in the 3 meetings I attended this weekend about this coalition, there was no mention of anybody to lead. In fact, what they are even telling the supporters of Peter Obi and Atiku and others is go and mobilize people to support your principal. But once the agreement is reached, whatever it is, your principal will communicate to you in due course. So there is no agreement who is going to fly this ticket. But the major plan is going to be real politics in terms of once it is seal and deal, they will put forward the person that they see can win the election. And then the VP will certainly come just as a support to that individual. So if, like I said, if the best of your best is Peter Obi, that's fine. You have your right to that decision. Reach out to Peter Obi and tell him, because as it is right now, he is the only person that is being furnished with the details of what is happening. And then also, like I said, APC influencers and boys will be sending a lot of messages around, printing a lot of posters around. Disregard all those. It's just propaganda. It's just to instill disunity and instill fear and bring out religious rhetorics or tribal rhetorics amongst the different supporters of these different political figures. So if you are for Peter Obi, go and mobilize people for Peter Obi. If you're for whoever you believe in, go and mobilize people for this person. Once they reach the conclusion, it will be out. That's one. Two, in fact, there was I think there was a conversation that Atiku had with some his closet, that to him, he doesn't even mind if Peter Obi will flag the ticket. But that is like from the grapevine. It wasn't like a communication from him saying that, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And from what most of the supporters, like most of the key people within this uh, those who are galvanizing resources and people to support this coalition, most of them have the opinion that Peter Obi should lead. But like I said, they haven't reached that conclusion yet. So it will be disservice for us to come and be pushing things like, oh, if not this person, I'm not going to support this. Like I said, as a Nigerian, you have that ultimate right to your vote. Why don't you keep that your intention to yourself? When these things are out, if it is not what you're anticipating, then you can say whatever you want to say. But as it is right now, this is time to galvanize, to mobilize people to support this coalition. As it is right now, it's coalition. In fact, they refuse to disclose specifically if they're going to be flying this coalition on a particular party or they're going to create a new party because of what they have seen APC is doing. Initially, they plan to go with SDP, but already APC has sent money to SDP and it has divided the party. Even what is happening in Labour Party is caused by APC. So please, I think I will urge us to go back and get as much resources as we can, mobilize as much people as we can, and then continue to advertise or convince people about your principle. But it will be unfair for us to all to be in support of coalition, and then you're discrediting or mentioning the negative part of individuals who are trying to put people together and reason together and then rescue Nigeria from APC. It will be unfair. I think that's all I have to say. Except if there are questions for me, then I will gladly respond.
I have a question
Yeah,
for you.
can I go now? Can I go now, please? Can I go now, Ideological, please? I need to
Yes,
go
please,
now.
answer.
Interrupted me. Interrupted me. Can I go
Where
now?
did
You
you
can.
finish?
Can.
He was
Yeah. Okay.
talking.
So back to where I stopped. So my own question has always been, what is the purpose of this coalition? But from everything that I've been hearing from different camps, it's all about power grabbing, if I'm not mistaken. Then my question then goes, what led us here in 2014?
Okay.
What led us to this point that we are?
Do you want him to answer your question or you want to
Yeah,
ask
yeah,
him
I'd
somebody
like to engage you.
specifically?
Yeah, what led us
Okay,
to
number
this point
one.
as a
Number
country?
one, you said the intention, all you have been hearing is power grabbing, power grabbing. I did not say about grabbing. I said to win the election. And if there's
What is
any
okay?
coalition, the intention is to
What is
win
the
an
purpose of
election.
winning? What is the purpose of winning election? This is
See,
semantics.
the
What is
first
the purpose of
aim
winning
of a
an election?
party, the first objective of a party is to win elections. Please Google that, please.
Then what
Okay,
is the purpose of winning an election?
to be honest, if
Adedeji, why not just make your submission and then we'll now,
No,
because it's
that's
getting around,
no,
just
no,
make
I'm
your
not.
submission.
first of all,
See you, these people, man.
your question is what is the
Can't you
purpose
have
of the
engagement?
coalition, right?
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
give you answer. The intention of the coalition is to win election.
Yeah, that is equivalent to power grabbing. Just get the power from whoever the
First of
power
all,
is
are
with
you in
at this
support of
point.
the coalition or you don't want the coalition first?
Then, when I'm done with my submission, you would understand my own
No,
stance
you tell us,
about
are you in
the
support of the
coalition.
coalition or you're not?
Don't worry, when I'm done, you
I'm
will
not
understand
worried. I'm
my
just trying
stand
to
about.
understand where you're
So
heading to because
just listen to me. Just
I'm
listen to me,
listening.
please. So the thing is, the question that I asked, what brought us to this point that we are at this point as a nation since 2014? What brought us to this point that we are that everybody's lamenting this same thing? Now, like people are also been saying, so many obedience are they don't have this political experience. They are not this, they are not that. Yeah, if you are right, I'm among those people, those millions that don't have this, that are not politically experienced. Yeah, and the question is, in 2022, there was a reason why a whole lot of people who naturally are not interested in politics came all out for a particular man. And I'm sure the reason is still very much there. So for someone like me, politics is not just about number, it's just not about grabbing power, it's not about making the lives of people better. So anything that doesn't align with that interest, like they say, politics is a game of interest. My own interest in politics is making the life of people better, making the country great once again. Now, anything outside that, me as a person, I'm not interested in it. And Grandmaster said,
So can I respond to you before you go to what Grandmaster said?
I also okay.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah,
simple. It, you can hear me, right? So it's very
yeah,
simple.
I can hear you. Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. Yeah,
That your interest, which is you want your party to win. That's number one. Number two, you want credible
I
and
want Nigerians to win, not my
competent
party. I don't have
Yeah.
a party. I want Nigerians to win.
Okay.
I want
Wait. First,
Nigerians to
let
win.
me let, let me
Nigerians to
learn.
win.
You want Nigeria to win, but you
Yeah,
want an
Nigerians,
individual to
Nigerians,
represent
not
Nigerians,
Nigeria.
right?
Nigerians and Nigeria, okay, to
Yeah.
win.
Yeah, first, so you want Nigerians to win, and you want
Yeah,
that particular Nigerian to represent the interests of Nigerians, right? And you want that person to win at the polls, right? So
yeah.
you have two options: go and do your own part of the work, go and mobilize people for your principal. When the coalition is concluded, if they fly your candidate, you support the coalition. If they don't fly your
Now,
candidate, you tell your candidate to fly another party and win the election. Simple. How
so
is that
from what you
difficult?
just said, if I get you right, I should mobilize for my candidate. You are not the one to tell me or any other person to mobilize for my candidate because people did it in 2022 and they are still going to do even better moving forward. So you're not the one to tell me, oh, I should mobilize for my candidate. People mobilized, fact, and people are also ready to even mobilize more. Then the second part is, oh, he should join the candidate and if coalition, then if he doesn't get what he wants, he can go and form. How is that possible after running primaries and this man is in a way politically, yeah, left out? Is it possible to now, after running a primary, to now go again and run another primary elsewhere? Answer me, please.
What okay, so what happens after the coalition? Your principal is the person to fly the party, the coalition.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I said, what happens if after the coalition, your principal is giving the ticket
So that's
for
what
the
I'm saying. That's
coalition?
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So we are
I'm
just
not
saying the same
interested.
thing.
Me as a person. I'm not
It
interested
is
in
it
coalition.
is
That is okay. Let me
okay.
put it.
We have
Let me
you,
come and
we
speak.
respect your interest, it is fine.
I'm
If you're
not
not interested,
interested
that's
in
okay.
coalition. Wait, listen to
That's
me.
fine.
Don't be angry. I'm not interested in coalition. I just told you what me I'm interested is Nigerians winning. And I think the bulk of the work for Nigerians to win lies in the hands of Nigerians. So if Nigerians think, oh, they need some people to get them there and not themselves, then let it like let it be. So like Grandmaster said, let them experiment and see what happens. God spare our lives, we see what would happen in 2027. That is all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Chinonso, I
Yeah,
don't know,
I
I
have
just
Chinonso
want
and
a
I want
Damilola,
to
who
ask
question.
this
is
guy a
here
question
before.
before I speak, please. I want to ask him a question.
Okay,
I have a question.
Ido Costa.
Yeah,
Who is it? Ido Costa now or
I want to
Chinonso?
ask Adedeji. It's just a question. I don't want to speak now. I'll make my submission later.
Okay.
Please, Adedeji, what is the primary goal of a political party? If I would ask you, just that simple question. What do you think is the primary goal of a political party? If you can hear me, thank
You
you.
have to win an election based on ideologies.
Did it have? Are you sure it's based on ideology or just to win elections?
So that is why I said my own interest in politics is I'm novice. I'm a novice in politics, Nigerian politics. Let me put it that way. So my own interest in politics is not all about party. I just told you my own interest, what interest go out all out in 2022, 2023 was because of the ideologies that a man was trying to say to me. So my own as a person, I'm not. This is me. I'm not every other 2 million Nigerians. This is just me speaking here. My own interest in politics is Nigerians and Nigeria winning.
Okay, you're speaking for
Yeah,
yourself. So you know that the
yeah. This is
primary
me.
goal of
This
a
is
political
this
party
is
is to
me.
win election. No, no problem. No problem. I understand your answer. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So that is me.
Um, I have a question. Are you there? The course. I'm sorry.
Yes, please ask.
Yeah. So I think that I actually have so many concerns about this coalition, and I think that if we are to trust everyone, or if we are to succeed in making sure this thing works, it has to be based on the truth, not gaslighting or think that people are stupid. So when you said that APC are the one pushing Atiku, Atiku and Obi ticket, that the one making posters, I think that is false, and you know that the people pushing that narrative of Atiku and Obi ticket is Atiku supporters and PDP supporters. You know that. I mean, there are a lot of their influencers pushing that narrative. So I think let's be honest with ourselves. Respect people, respect their intelligence. Do not just make up stuff up because you want to push a certain narrative. So I just thought that was just dishonest coming from you. And that's why I have a lot of concerns about this coalition, because people can hide under neutrality and say, oh, it is open for all, when we know that the main purpose of this coalition is to save Atiku's last chance of running for president, is ambition. But anyway, so uh, uh, my point is, my question is, why why say something that is false when it is out there on the timeline?
But Ido Costa, I said I know one influencer. I did not told you that all of them was done by this. So I don't know where you're getting all
No, no,
this
you
from.
no,
But
you said
again,
that
you're also
no,
no
you,
wait
no,
wait
no.
but wait bro.
I
You're
heard you.
entitled to your
You
opinion,
said
right?
APC are
Because
the one
again,
pushing Atiku and
no, I
Obi
say I know of
ticket.
someone who is an APC supporter who is pushing that. That does not mean that all the posters that you see around was picked by all APC supporters. That's one. Number two, like I told you, if you see an article person pushing that, that is his own. That's what he wants, but that's not coming from like article did not tell him to go and do that. And even if he did that, just like the way Grandmaster made his point clear here, this is what he wants. What if individuals, maybe for their own selfish interest or for what they have gotten from Atiku in the past, they decided to do that? Does that mean now we now say Atiku is doing ABCD? We should also look at this things from both sides. Why don't you wait until you hear from him official telling you this is who he is the one flying the ticket, and then at that point you can decide to do whatever you want to do. But at this point, he has not given an official statement on this purpose. So let's
No,
not
although
be running with
Atiku
people's
have said that,
narrative.
although Atiku have said that he's leading the coalition. Actually, he have actually said it
Okay,
that he's bringing
wait,
people
if I tell you
together.
wait, if I
No,
tell you that I'm leading a coalition, did I tell you that I'm going to fly the ticket of the coalition? These are two different things, and you know it. But when you come here and then you make it look as if we are running with agenda, please run with your own agenda. But for me, I don't have an agenda in this conversation because he doesn't even know me in terms of agenda that he will ask me to go and run any agenda that you're trying to present here.
Sorry, can I go now, please, quickly?
Please do.
Thank you very much. I think I'm just going to say, I think one of the good morning, everybody. One of the I don't know if it's host or one of the speakers was saying, first of all, for this coalition thing, I've said it on quite a few spaces. It's a no-brainer. Nobody, none of these opposition guys can actually do it alone. If not, it's the same thing that happened in 2023 that's going to happen again. So somebody was saying there should be no negotiation or something. They should just present maybe like a consensus. I mean, all these things require negotiation. These are top level politicians who, I mean, they all have their interests. At the end of the day, these guys all want to protect their interests. What I just wanted to say is that if the so-called coalition has not happened at this time, I mean, we are halfway into 2025 already. Primaries will begin at some point, maybe first quarter of 2026. We are still talking about who will lead with the coalition, who will be the ticket. I'm not really hopeful, to be honest. I'm not really hopeful. I mean, obviously, none of us.
what happened to Demola? Is it there or is it just me? Can anybody hear him?
It seems he's having problem with his network.
Uh, okay, who's going next?
Why did Damola drop now?
Sorry, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was my network or someone dropped me. I don't know because my network was pretty good. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, I'll even run. Okay, thank you. So I was just saying that as for the coalition, I'm not very. I mean, if it's still at its infancy stage at this point, I'm not so hopeful of what exactly is going to come out of this coalition. It just looks like it's just going to be. I've forgotten the word I'm going to use, but this is we're already in the almost to the middle of next week is June. We are already in the middle of 2025. Primaries will start in the first quarter of next year, and we are still talking about is it Atiku, is it will be at this point. So I'm not so optimistic anymore if I'm being honest. But it's a no-brainer that obviously when you have a party in power, the party in power has the upper hand. So especially for a party like APC that is just built, not built for governance, but just built to win election, to grab power by all means, you need a
Yeah, having network problem now.
Ademola, I can't hear Ademola. What is happening with him?
He's having network problem. I saw him dropping.
Then maybe if your Lula can go while we wait for him to connect. What do you think?
Yeah, the next speaker can go.
Yeah, if you Lola, sorry, I am crucifying your name.
Yusuf, you block the guy.
Okay. Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Okay. So before, due to the conversation that we were having before about if he doesn't go, I will not support this and that. I had a whole different argument and idea that I want to spew here on this space. But now that I'm seeing that, okay, someone has come online to actually explain to us that these are not set in stone. And I actually also want to let everybody know that the meeting that they had in Abuja, where Peter Obi spoke, it's just a meeting. It's just a speech. It's not publicly saying that. He's not saying publicly that, oh, I've joined the opposition, I've joined the coalition, we are doing this, we are doing that, and this is what we want to do. They are just, he just went for a meeting, basically. So we can't, okay, his moves might show that, okay, it seems as if he wants to join the coalition, but it still doesn't mean that it's set in stone. They've not had any kind of conversation with us, the obedient or the PDP supporters have not known anything about it. It is us that are just insinuating and just making assumptions and making decisions based on these assumptions. And which is not bad. It's not bad at all. It's just what we have. We will make assumptions, we will make opinions. I have already made my own conclusions about it, that if he actually allows himself to be a vice president, it will be dangerous. And let me say, my contribution will be in two ways. Going on the previous arguments that I had before, that I was having with myself before, that if he decides to lower himself and be a vice presidential candidate under this coalition, I will not come out to vote too. Neither will I support. Because the truth is, the same way a lot of people in the PDP and in the PDP stalwarts are already saying that, oh, Atiku is this, Atiku is that. The truth is, Peter Obi has more cards in this game than them. He is the one that, let me tell you, any opposition now would not have enough credibility and enough legitimacy like Peter Obi. Peter Obi would definitely grant any opposition or any coalition legitimacy. Why? Because people would still trust him and support him better than any other person. If you look at Atiku, people will be like, he was there before. What did he do? And his boss did not even like him. And PDP people, PDP stalwarts have to understand that the truth is, your principal has a perspective issue. People look at him and have a lot of negative things to say about him because he has been there before. But Peter Obi doesn't have that. He doesn't need to have that kind of problem, because people can still look at Peter Obi and be like, okay, this man still reflects the legitimacy, he still reflects the mind of the people. But your principal do not have that. So now leaving that argument alone and be like, okay, let's hope for the future. They've not said anything, nothing is cast in stone. Let's go on with that argument. Going on in that argument, I would advise that everybody understands the meaning and the principle and the need for this coalition. I think one of the reasons why Peter Obi has categorically said, I'm still contesting under Labour Party, is because he's looking at the coalition. He has more information than us. He knows a lot of people, knows all the power players in this game than us. And he's still looking, and I think he might still be looking at them and still be thinking, these people are not ready yet. So let me just put my own cast my own votes into the Labour Party and try and put my cards in the same basket with the Labour Party and try and fix Labour Party. I think that's one of the reasons why it's still like, oh, I'm still going to be in Labour Party. I'm still going to put my whole strength into Labour Party, and I'm still going to try and fix Labour Party as it is. And I think him being in that position where he has that much information than us, it makes it possible for us to be like, okay, we should just hold on and wait for them to decide. The truth is, as of now, no coalition exists. So whatever permutation we have, whatever decisions or anything that we want to make, It doesn't exist right now. It's just permutations and coalitions to make ourselves feel good. The same way APC is giving themselves hope by giving themselves endorsement, having people visit Tinubu, calling him a great person, you know, um, launching a 30-kilometer highway out of a 300-kilometer highway, and using it to mark 2 years anniversary or something. Everybody is just dealing around trying to make themselves feel good. The work hasn't really started yet. And I think when it starts, we will all know, we will all see it. And I would advise that Atiku followers and Obi followers, we need to be patient with each other. We need to understand that we are not fighting based on ego or based on the individuals or something. You saw them yesterday or the day of the meeting. Everybody saw them. They were calm, they were cool, they greeted each other nicely. It's as if they are brothers and sisters. The truth is, we also
Put a mute now. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I got hello, can you hear me? I got muted by the host.
I wasn't the one. I don't know him instead anyway.
Oh,
Go on.
okay. Can I continue speaking, please?
You can continue.
Yeah, so we must make sure that we give ourselves and accord ourselves the respect that we actually need from each other. And we also must always understand and remember that we are not fighting for ourselves, we are not fighting for our egos. We are fighting for the spirit of the country. You understand? I think that's what we keep forgetting, and that's why we are making all these assumptions and making claims that if this doesn't go our way, we'll do this. The truth is, it should any politician now that wants to be relevant after
Okay.
2077 in
Yusuf,
the
are you there?
opposition movement
1 second.
should understand.
Hey, 1 second. Yusuf, are you there? Yusuf. Oh, we can be late now. Okay, go on.
Okay, anybody that is into the opposition right now should understand that Obi actually holds the cards when it comes to legitimacy in the general space of things. Tinubu has legitimacy by the elites that are enjoying him right now. But Obi has the legitimacy of other people, disgruntled elites, and also the normal people and the normal citizens of Nigeria. They respect and believe in him. They know that he can do something for them. They know that he's there to actually go for governance rather than play politics all around. But he knows that at this moment I have to play the game of looking at these people, trying to be relevant in their spaces and everything. You know how much do you know what it means to be able to go into a camp of people that they might not on a normal day they might not really want to support you, but because of the fact that they know you have legitimacy, they shall want to listen. The truth is, when they listen to you and they realize that this person can actually lead, they will believe you more than any other leader wants to say anything. And let me bounce back on saying what Showumi said one day on channels last week, where he said that the truth is all this argument that we're having about Peter Obi is because of the fact that he's from the East. If a northerner had this level of legitimacy like Peter Obi, he would win. We would not have arguments. Instead, we'll have people running around trying to be his friend at this moment. If he was a northern politician or he was a Yoruba man that had this level of legitimacy, he we would be having a whole different conversation. Atiku will not even be on the whole talk again. It will be between him and Tinubu. But anyways, right now there is no talk of coalition. They are just talking that they want to do this, they want to do that. Nothing has been cast in stone yet. So let us calm down and give ourselves the space. When it happens, everybody now has the right to decide whatever they want to do. That's just all I have to say. I have to go to class now. Thank you.
Tuesday, I beg. I don't know.
Can I go now?
Alfonso, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Alfonso? Um,
Okay. Good morning, everybody. So we are back again.
I came before you now. I am.
Sorry.
Did I? Go on. After you, I'll go. Just go.
Okay. So we are back again. This coalition talk. Um, my submission with somehow tailor or agree with Mr. Ezekiel Tize Sinibuga, and again I would agree with Idakosa to some extent. And I understand the skepticism, but we have to ask ourselves, what is the aim of the coalition and what does it mean for you? Until you have that answer, you should either expect little or expect much. The answer from that will determine how much you, what's your reason for supporting it. So, what I'm just basically trying to say here is, for some people, if it is not Peter, then the coalition should not work. For some people, it is, if it is not Atiku, the coalition should not work. For some people, they don't mind. For some people, they don't want to involve Malam Nasir Rufai. For some people, it's just it's certain persons, if they are on the ticket, they better Tinubu. But the question is, why is it in the first place you are wanting the coalition? And then, do you not think that some of what you are doing directly or indirectly helps whoever it is you are challenging? And if you are going to say, if it would rather that this person or that person be on the ticket, then why is it in the first place are you talking about a coalition or a merger with certain persons? Then another question is, who are you to say your own person is pure, is perfect, is in waiting with that English, indelictable, as you know, waiting they talk? How, who are you? So these are the questions. Because for some people it's just about online rants and stuff. You know, they even touch them, they know they feel them. But the real people where they feel and they shift position every day because they see the reality on ground. And the reality no concern who they ballot. We all of us gather here they talk. Now because say everybody feel am for body. Nobody wey them pay. Say we can come on, come join one WhatsApp Twitter space. So it mean tell you say last push come to shove. Whoever it is we are supporting, it no go matter again. Or if in the first place the person wey dey up there they do the job, none of us go gather here they criticize them. That's how you need to look at these things. I have never been a fan of Atiku. Honestly speaking, I will be very honest. But I will tell you something that I have just recently discovered. I saw from all this reading. Go and read how Tinubu, OBJ's third time ambition was scuttled. I was reading Malam Nasir Rufai's book, and I have not gotten to that part yet, but I know I would. And where he was talking about the economic team, how they planned on ensuring that they save the administration from embarrassment. Even Malam went as far as saying he went to OBJ 3 times to ask him if he was going to contest, if he had a third time ambition, and the man kept lying. He kept lying, saying he doesn't want any ambition, he doesn't have any ambition, it's just rumors. Until his chief of staff later confirmed it. In fact, there was one of the president's close ally who later confirmed it that died in that Bellevue plane crash. Maybe 2 days later, when they had a meeting, I think the president called, OVJ called Madam Ngozi, showed her one funny white paper. I even told her that he could give her vice as his successor. Tell different version. Anyways, point is, he did all those things. While the economic team was trying to see how they can save the administration, just 2 days later, they just saw a publication on this day's newspaper that having a leadership that OVJ has a third time ambition, and the economic team are not in support. And that economic team entails OBS, Ekwesili, Madam Ngozi, him, Malanu, Ribado, and their likes. Now, that information of how they were trying to help the president not contest by playing neutral leaked. Obviously, from the story, I have not gotten far, but you can deduce that Atiku might likely be the person that was bold to do that. Because if didn't just, they gave him the ticket. They single-handedly did everything for him. What is my point? So if you are going to even call Atiku corrupt, Atiku has at least done something for you in this country. He has managed to save us from dictatorial tendencies. You know, it's easy for people to come online and say, Peter Obi will contest 110 and go. That was the same thing with OBJ. OBJ practically had nothing. They personally carry in hand, go give him that seat for free. By 7 years later, waiting, nobody should recognize. Till today, $16 billion dollars, where they use and build some kind countries, but we can't account for it in our own. You know, if you cure our power problem, in other countries, you don't even build skyscraper. These are the problems, and we are making Atiku look like he's the worst. He has never done anything good. Which of the politicians in this country can safely say they have a business legitimately that is giving them money? Even if we are going to even be fair with Atiku, he has been out of government for how many years? But he has businesses that he is running. Someone came and said, go to Yola, you will see. Until when she even mentioned Apti, I totally forgot Apti, American University. He was the first person to build a private university in the north. So if you are going to criticize that man, please remember that all of us are not even beginning to speak about. So I am not saying that he should be the candidate. He is the candidate. Personally, I feel he's too old for the ticket, and I don't think he should contest. But again, it's not fair that people are demonizing him. And most of the people that are doing this are people that are very, very young, less than 25, 26. So, and we don't like reading in Nigeria. Even when those things are online, we don't read. So we just think, and we have a head mentality. That's our problem again. Everybody is thinking like this, so let me think like that, so that I will not be seen as different. You should have a mind of your own. Assess these things, dissect them. These are some of those things that we need to do. I was on a space yesterday, and somebody was saying, if he was an obedient pre-2023, one of the things he would have campaigned for Obi was that Obi was high-handed with criminals. If you like, say Obi did extrajudicial killing, that's your problem. For him, that thing helped solve the security problem in Anambra State. This is somebody that was supported APC, was saying that. But guess what? 2022, they made Obi look like he can't even tackle all this problem. Anytime you want to bring something because it's related to SARS, they will say no, they will try to. And he was like, that is a problem. Woke generation mentality in terms of that. Some people hijack that. But for him, if they had even used that point, that would even further buttress the point that him, when it comes to security, is no nonsense. But instead of that, NSAS people, apologies to NSAS persons, I'm just re-narrating a point. Hijacked the whole movement and you couldn't even buttress that point. These are some of those things that we are talking about. When people are talking, don't be emotional. At least listen and read the room. Then you do your own investigation. But don't just be stiff. Else, why are you even talking about the coalition in the first place? I don't know if I'm audible.
You are, you are, you are, you are.
Okay, let me just
Yeah,
round up.
round off. Yeah,
Let me just round up.
yeah.
So the point I'm just trying to say is we shouldn't be, or you shouldn't be, or people shouldn't be just stiff and focusing on saying this or that. If we're all going to begin to get emotional, there are every reasons why a lot of people should not support Peter Obi. Not because he's somebody from, it's not what people think he is or suggest is. No, because it's easy. If you, for instance, if you say you want a southern ticket now, let's assume there's anything like northerners, and I keep correcting people. It's not northerners that are complaining about the ticket. It is northern political elite. No, they follow them fight where you know they there. So if like it is like that, then northern political elite can say, why should I vote for an Obi that would do 8 years when I can wait for Tinubu that will do 4 years? And don't come and tell us that Obi will do 4 years. Please, that is primary. In fact, that is kindergarten logic. That's balderdash. There is no way in heaven that anybody will go there and will do 4 years and will not attempt to contest. So all that talk now rubbish talk. So it's easier for the so-called proponent of North South to say, okay, let's wait for Tinubu. And that's why you are seeing that none of these APC northern governors has switched party yet, because they are seeing a more shorter route for them. Even I think it would even make more sense. It will even entice them better if there's somebody like Gulok was there, because they know Gulok can only do 4 years. For instance, I'm just suggesting, for instance. So if you are a proponent of
Yeah, you don't talk finish, but this will talk now. If one day boring now, which one be good luck again? Good luck is not running. Good luck is in APC. All of a sudden, they're telling us not on this, not on this. It not concern us anyway. That's just the thing. If the Northerners are happy with Tinubu, right? Whether the political class or the let them go with Tinubu because he has 4 more years. Uh-huh. Thank you. All these will be this, will be that. I'm not interested. Make gonna leave my Obi alone. He's not the president. If he's the president, even he chooses to do 8 years, it's his fundamental human rights and it is constitutional rights. And it's from a region where they never had president. So again, leave my Obi alone. Uh, Thank you. And this one, you guys, you have advised us the advice you want to give us. No context that it could discredit over here. You say people saying he should do 4 years is bad at that. I mean, what does that mean? Let's move the mic. If they're close, I can go.
Yeah,
If they're close, I can go.
yeah, Chukudima, thank you. I think you should have let him finish, Um, yeah. Uh,
And see, to be honest with you, I do not give opportunity for people to come here and discredit that LB. We don't do that in any of the other platform. You don't go to Atiku people's platform and discredit Atiku. Not even Showore, as poor as Showore is. So I am not that generous, right? You can intellectually discuss Obi's disadvantage, but to come here and try and discuss, I see how you want to rubbish all the talking points. If it's clear that you don't see enough reason to support him, it's okay. I'm okay. If you are okay with Tinubu's second tenure, no problem. I will look for votes another place. It's as simple as that. But any attempt to cage Obi into a corner where they will they will make him helpless at the end of the coalition, we will not let that happen. In fact, if Obi lets that happen, he's on his own. The closer he can go.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I greet everyone in the house. Um. As some people have said, rightly so, that can you hear me? I have to talk so low. I cannot shout. Can you hear me? Am I loud enough? Um. Am I loud enough?
This one, when you see they awake by this time, what thing they happen?
I know. Not, I know if you shout. That's what I'm saying. Can you hear me?
Me, I can hear you. I don't know about the other people.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah,
As
yeah, he's loud.
Okay.
I can
Okay.
hear
Thank
him.
you. Thank you very much. As some people have said, this coalition, it is at the infant stage, right? I agree. No decisions have been made yet. That is why this is the best time. This is the best time to project PO to be the head or the flag bearer. This is the best time to project PO to lead the coalition. It is not when two or three people have decided my future, your kids' future, your grandkids' future. After they make the decision, then that will be the time for you uh, to leverage your power or your support. No, that would be the wrong time. So when people say let's wait, let's allow them to make decision, let's not talk, let's just maybe be neutral, I think that is a bad strategy for the citizens. This is the best time to be loud about who you want. This is the best time because no decisions have been made. Because I do. Oh, can you hear me, please? Uh, I think you were restarting your space. Am I still audible?
Yeah, audible, go on.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So this is the best time for the
Yeah, dear.
Alfonso. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know my mic.
mute your
Go
mic,
on.
please. Sorry.
Go on.
Yeah. So this. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So yeah. So this is actually the best and perfect time. I'm speaking for Nigerians and obedient supporters of PO. This is the perfect time to put pressure on the people organizing or setting up the coalition that this is the person we want. So that can influence their decision. It is time that whatever political decision that is made, that it reflect the will of the people. It is not every time we just allow two or three people decide for us. So when people say it is PO or nothing, I love that statement. I love that threat. That is the kind of threat I love. A democratic and political threat. And I think that we should continue to do that. Don't let anyone tell you, oh, don't do, no, 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 no. That is gaslighting. Because there's nothing more democratic by threatening to withhold your vote, to withhold your vote or your support if they don't give you the most competent and credible candidate to lead that coalition. Then that is so democratic. And that is your constitutional fundamental right to exert that pressure. So don't fall for this neutrality. For me, it is very pretentious. It I mean when people do that, I like I'm very suspicious of anyone who come and says that this is not the time um to take a side. In politics, there's nothing like neutrality. You have to pick a side. Even though when you go on a negotiation, you have to have red lines. Like you have to have red lines. You have to know what you cannot compromise on. I mean, people do that all the time. So even in the Western world, when they go into battles, into n- negotiation, they'll have, okay, this is what we want to do. And that is normal. It's only in Nigeria where you use your power or your vote or your support as a threat. They will label that as an emotional, or you're being naive. That is why our country continue to deteriorate. That is why. So I just look at all this on the timeline, what people say on the spaces. I'm like, we are so docile. Like just this idea of let's just allow them decide, and whatever they pick, I will follow. That is the most stupid thing anyone will say. Why do you want to outsource your power to 5 or 4 people in a room behind the scene? Me, I don't think we have learnt our lesson yet, and I don't think we understand the concept that the power of the people reside within us, and it should be supreme when it comes to politicking. Voting is not just the only way to get what you want. It, I mean, yeah, it is important, but there are things you need to do before you actually get there, and I think we should participate. So, for me, there'll never be any time I'll vote for Atiku. I cannot pretend or feign neutrality. I think Atiku is a bad market for Nigeria, for Nigerian people, and I don't think he will be that much different from the current clown we have in Aso Rock. So when people reply with, oh, if it is Obi or nothing, and they say, oh, uh go vote for your APC in peace, or your APC supporter, or blah blah blah, I just look at them and laugh. Like there are some people who actually believe, or some people who have been radicalized, that this new Nigeria that we fought for in 2023 was not a joke, or that was not just a slogan just to win, that people actually believe in that. I know maybe some might think, oh, some might think maybe it was just fake or banter for them, or it was not that serious, or it was just okay, just put that out there to win voters and supporters. But for people like me, it is an ideology, an idea I actually believe, because New Nigeria for me, it means that it means many things, but one particular thing that sold me to that is that the way we do our politics is going to be different. And that is why I'm very suspicious about this coalition because all these backroom days for me, I mean, I know that was needs to be done, but still, I mean, if I have my way, it will not be my preference. But sometimes you have to be flexible. I I get it. There's some things you have to concede, which is okay. But also, there's some things that you should not concede because when we look at it critically, if I should concede to, let's say, to Atiku, uh, in me doing that, I am basically saying that what I believe in 2023 was a lie. I don't believe in Nigeria. I don't believe in new Nigeria, and I want things to continue the way it is. I mean, that premise for me is so strong that it will be very difficult for anyone to dismiss it or just some people say it is politics. Politics is not about emotions. I mean, politics affects our lives every day. I mean, everything we do is politics. You cannot separate politics from your daily lives. So yes, politics is emotional. So yeah. So I'll just leave it here. So for me again, Atiku and Obi tickets is a no-go area. If they really want to win, they will flag the most popular and credible candidate that can galvanize a lot of voters and also possibly new voters. The only way to rig APC machine, is to overwhelm the polls with voters. When you do that, the rigging becomes much difficult, right? So that's what I believe, and I would dare, and I just hope that um, we don't become docile in so many issues. That's one of this culture of docility needs to stop in whatever we do when it comes to politics. Alfonso, thank you. I'll read for now.
Okay, thanks, Ido Kosa. I think that's fine. That's great. I think your submission is okay and great. We just like we said, we don't have any problem with individuals saying their mind. We just say let's desist from dehumanizing any of the figures, because at the end of the day, what we want is a working nation. It's great to say you want this and that, which is okay. And I think most people resonate with your submission. I
Let me
think who is
come
the
here.
next person?
Let me respond about denigrating, like you said, other people. And I think for me, you might be referring to Atiku, right? Um, I mean, people. Um, I think for Atiku, it's very difficult not to like criticize, or attack him for his selfish ambition, right? Because in 2015, right? Like for me, I don't believe in zoning power or regional politics. It is a turn of the south or north or west. I think those things are pedestrian. I know for some people it is important. Some people that is their sentiment, but I just think that the new Nigeria and the new politics we want is people should be judged by their competency, character, and integrity. That's new Nigeria we want, and hopefully we will get there. But this same article in 2015, when he decided to abandon good luck because it was the turn of the North, and decided to abandon good luck and run in the APC primaries, right? Because at that time it was the turn of the North, and he ran. So, and now he's running again, where some people have said that it is the turn of the South, to complete, their 8 years. And when I look at that, I just question your character, and I just question um, your interests, right? Is it about you, or is it about the Nigerian people, right? And he has been running since 1992 or 1993, right? So, how can you trust someone based on his antecedents? How? Based on what he has done. I mean, how can you trust? And now, Atiku he has a big personality. He's not like a little politician. So his involvement, I know you can't try to deny his involvement, is that he wants to lead this coalition, and he wants to run again in 2027. In 2023, when it was the turn of the South, Atiku also ran. So the principle he held in 2015, when he ran because it was the turn of the North, how come he did not apply it in 2023? Why do you not apply that same principle? So someone that is inconsistent is worrisome. So if people have these concerns, I think it needs to be raised. It needs to be discussed. And if people want to use this to discredit him, it is fair game and it is valid. I mean, you want to be naive. I mean, you guys always call um, obedience or supporters of Obi as baby politicians. You guys don't know what you are talking about. You naive, blah 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 blah, emotional, blah blah blah. But you want to pretend that Atiku is not running? Come on now. Anyway, Sha. Yeah, I'll yield. Thank you.
Okay. Ambassador Israel, right? Is that the name? Go.
Alonso, it was supposed to be me, oh, please.
I saw. I think Ambassador came before you.
No. I was here before Ambassador.
You can go now. Ambassador.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, or probably good evening from wherever you're listening from, part of the world. The same, some of us. I could have loved it if I am was around, but I will ask him very important question. But unfortunately, he left. Nobody in this space is the marketing article. And perhaps the coalition which perhaps they are talking about, it's it's not Atiku that spearheaded the coalition per se. The main person that is actually spearheaded this coalition is Rotimi Amici and some prominent politician from the north. It's just that it's probably just a recent that Atiku came and actually joined. You understand? So it seems we are not following the news, or we are not even following the trend very well. And if you listen to, I think was it not last week that they had this meeting about coalition group. Atiku was not among, but Rotimi Amici was among. former Minister of Transport under Buhari and the former Rivers State Governor. So I think there were 8 issues which was being raised, and the one I can actually pick from the 8 issues, or probably the agenda which on the coalition, was either it could be that okay, they will form another new political party for the coalition, or they will merge into the existing party that is on ground. And in that existing party, the XDP has submitted their proposal to the coalition group, and the coalition group are still looking at the consideration either to emerge with the SDP or form another new political party. That is the thing here. And yesterday, they've been led by Rotimi Amechi, Atiku, and then with the meeting they had yesterday, we don't know. And if at all, Obi has said it severally, in 2022 to 2023, I campaign and vote for Obi. My polling unit was in different place. Why I was also serving as an agent in another place. I ran to actually do an assignment, 1 or 2 stuff as an agent before going back to vote in my polling unit, and then get back to where I was doing an agent. So that was how it was in that 2023 election. So, and we saw the crowd which would be polled. Let's not deceive ourselves. I believe all those political elites, except those who are blind, any other candidate apart from Peter Obi will never pull crowd. And I do not see any other candidate defeating Tinubu, if not Obi. You can quote me anywhere. I'm being honest, and these are reliable facts. The only person that will actually give APC nightmare, including Tinubu himself, is Peter Obi. If he push Atiku agenda of the father, okay, for Atiku to become the next presidential barrier of the coalition group or whatever party they want to emerge from, that ticket is dead on arrival. And people from the south do not really trust what's it called, Aero 5, all that. And then somehow, Bukola Saraki, I really do not know.
We can't hear you again, Peter.
Who actually come out. I hear you.
Wait, Idiakosa, are you there? Idiakosa, are
Yeah,
you
I'm
there?
around. I'm here.
Yeah,
Can
I'm
you hear
here.
me?
Yeah.
Is it that Peter is breaking or is it me?
Yeah, it's breaking.
Okay.
Breaking.
Peter, try fix your network now. Yeah, all Nigerians, Nigeria, you can go.
Hi, everybody. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Thank you for
Welcome.
the opportunity to speak. So I just want to say something real quick. I want to really speak with obedience and those who support Mr. Peter Obi. To be very honest, I don't want anybody, or I don't think any of us, should be gaslit or gaslighted into feeling that without a coalition, B cannot win. Obi is the bride. Obi is the prize. Obi is the person who has now, I don't know about tomorrow, yam and the knife. To be honest, he has the people. He has the nation behind him. And I don't think that, but I know that some people are, quite, they're quite, how would I put it? They're discouraged at the level of brazenness this APC has shown over time, and even more so in this period where they don't care, they are even more discouraged by the fact that professed PDP members, aka Wike, and some people who just joined the APC are frolicking with the APC. Now, let me tell you this. If we give this coalition, if we bow down to this coalition obedience, I'm not talking to the general, I'm just talking about the obedience and those who support Mr. Obi. If we bow to the, I don't know, it's not pressure. I don't think it's pressure, but if you want to call it pressure, that's fine. If we bow to the pressure of these people who are pushing this coalition agenda, then ultimately we are handing Tinubu 4 more years. In my opinion, the only thing that can defeat evil is good. Good unadulterated. Not good and patch it with some people that have questionable character. No, no. Please, the only thing that you can use to defeat evil is good. And the funny thing is that the momentum has risen. Honestly, would have, if things were fair in 2023, that Obi would have won that election. But now we didn't go that way. People were disappointed. Now we're looking at 2027. The momentum is building again. Expectations are rising. People's hopes are rising. Let's not put people down with the fact that there's a coalition somewhere and because one man cannot win it. Obi is not one man. Obi is one man plus Nigerians. I'm telling you. I am telling you. So if all the political elites gather together today and they say, okay, we want to form something, but Nigerians don't stand with them, there will only be a bunch of people gathering together. I want Nigerians who are tired of being, how would I put it, of being marginalized, of being used, of being, overlooked. I want Nigerians who are tired to rally around Obi and make sure that this man means well. I was watching a video when he was talking at the Northern something that he was speaking. This man was speaking facts. It was paining him inside. I could feel the pain in his heart, and these men were laughing. They were laughing. Any small statistics he post, they will laugh. Ha 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 ha. What is so funny? What is so funny? That your people are dying? What is so funny? That the North, which is supposed to be producing 70% of Nigeria's, they're supposed to be funding Nigeria, 70% is in shambles. It's nothing to write home about. What is so funny? We are supposed to be crying. We are supposed to be wailing. I am part thief. I know what they have done to my people. I know what they have done if Benue State, that is supposed to be food basket of the nation, that state can barely feed the North Central. So what are we talking about here? Please and please, obedience, don't let anybody gaslight you. Nigerians are behind Obi. Obi is one man plus the whole of Nigeria. Let's look at it that way. Don't let any coalition gaslight you. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Okay, thank you. So in essence, you don't want any coalition. Okay, that's good. I think is noted and understandable. Okay. If there are no requests, nobody else want to talk. I think we can close the space and resume another time. But if anybody is willing to talk, we can request the mic. Yeah, kind of. All right. Thank you all for coming around. Um, if you are obedient, in fact, I enjoy you if you support. I don't know whether this is obedient matter or not. This is my own agenda. Personally, I want everybody is calling for the coalition to come together and support PO for the presidency. In a united opposition. Yes, I agree that the united opposition is better. It's easier. is stronger. It gives you better chance. My personal opinion, though. So we are calling on all of them to surrender their personal and selfish ambition and support the ambition of the We Nigeria ambition, which is President Peter Gregory Obi. And there is no, we are not negotiating it. We are not discussing it. We are not begging anybody. It's either you give us Peter Obi or you give us Peter Obi. Thank you. So if I didn't see any requests,